Welcome back to the Council of Reeds, issue 17.
17?
I was about to say 16. We hope everyone is staying safe, COVID safe.
Mask it up.
Mask it up,
Stay inside,
please.
please.
In the meantime, we are here to bring the comic shop directly to the comfort of your home.
Did you just have to look to where you were pointing then?
Yeah, I was like, one of my
There's a
excellent.
delay between his
That was
pointing
so
and the head.
good.
You're missing out if you're not
Yeah,
watching the video.
If you haven't listened to this, you're missing out, guys.
Point! Where am I pointing? Okay, I'm pointing. I'm Dylan, here with Jason,
G'day.
Nitin,
Yo.
Fommy,
Hey.
and the amazing Spider Dave.
I'm going to take off my mask.
Oh, no,
How dare you?
Police station's just
I've
there.
got another mask on.
Oh, that would have been
You look
funnier.
like the girl from The Ring.
Put it back on.
That would have been funnier if we didn't know you were going to do that.
You don't have to put it back on.
I can't see it. So.
Don't do it.
It'd be super hot in there, though.
Okay, the two featured books for this week: Barbaric from Vault, United States of Captain America. That's a very cool title. And Jason, holy crap, we got like 30 boxes of brand new action figures this week
action figure Armageddon this week.
on top of the new comics shipment. So
Yes.
that was so much fun too.
Probably lucky the doors were closed. I had boxes and figures everywhere.
It was a mess.
Still messy here.
Oi!
Hey, behind the scenes.
Hey, excuse me.
What?
Dylan's been
Excuse
cleaning all
me.
day.
Yes.
Behind the counter is probably the cleanest it's been.
Yeah, I totally was
Don't look over
responsible for that.
It's off screen, it's fine.
We've got new issue
Doesn't
previews
exist.
Yep.
to peruse. New trailer for Masters of the Universe Revelation. 2 episodes of Loki to talk about. I think we'll mainly be talking about the last one. And lastly, my film flashback for last week. The short film Rakka, which was so good that everybody watched all of the other Oats Studios short films. We'll be talking about all of them. Of course, I'm not surprised. Of course you didn't.
No, I did 2 or 3. I'm a good boy though.
2 or 3.
I didn't have that
Just
spare
remember.
20 minutes up your sleeve, Dave. Anyway.
Busy watching the joint compound dry.
Anyway,
Timestamp.
Let's go to the comic books.
alrighty. First one. Barbaric, issue 1 by Vault. Vault have, come out strong the last year or so with some really cool books. This is a Conan type of deal. A bit Berserker, a bit
Yeah.
similar sort of deal. Really nice art.
Yes.
Um,
The thing is, though, he's been cursed.
yes.
Like, he was, like a barbarian. He's killing people, pillaging, taking whatever he wants. Then he gets cursed by these witches. They're like, okay, you can never cause harm to anybody anymore.
Yes.
You have to be a force for good. You
Yes,
have to
yes.
you have to help people whenever they need it. So his axe comes to life
And talks to him.
and talks to him and forces him to help people.
The axe looks cool.
Yeah.
I think
One-
that is what sold it for me, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and the axe gets drunk on blood and
Yes,
hiccups
yes.
when it's drunk on blood.
Because the first few pages I'm reading, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not.
Nothing
It was,
special.
yeah. But then the more the book went on, the better it got.
Yes, yes.
The more of the axe, the more of the stuff. It was just a fun little read. If you're into that sort of stuff, you like your violence, you like your blood and gore. It's got plenty of that. So it's Conan, Berserker. If you like that stuff, give it a suss.
With a bit of comedic.
Yes, because he talks
Yeah.
very modern day.
His name's Owen.
Yes,
Of course it is.
Yeah, but that's an ancient name, Irish name.
I don't think he's Irish.
No.
I know, but it's not like it's a modern name.
Yes.
Did the other Conan book come out that was, not called Conan?
Sumerian?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing miniseries after miniseries.
Quite a
Okay.
few, yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty much constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a 2-part or a 3-part, depending on obviously the size of the original story they're adapting. Yeah, they're pretty good.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That does look pretty
Yeah, I
nice.
enjoyed it.
art was what really sold me. It's just to see that type of book with such a bright sort of color palette. Like it's still, yeah, like the fight scene still had that reddish barbarian sort of art, but then you'll just get some pops of stuff. Oh yeah,
It's not overwhelmingly black.
Yes.
Inks and stuff.
it's just cool looking too. I don't know.
Yes.
And the axe, but yeah, the axe.
Yeah,
is
the
hard to
axe
show.
talking and...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
Alrighty. Oh, there's a big pile of comics here because we didn't do a episode last week, so there might be, when we get into more stuff, there might be some more. So we might be a bit quick on some of these. United States of Captain America, new miniseries. Amazing Alex Ross cover. Amazing Alex Ross wraparound cover. All the different caps, basically.
Ooh, bucket cap.
Excuse me. So the basic premise of this is someone who's stolen the shield. So Steve and Sam go on the hunt for who's stolen the shield, and on their travels they meet other Captain America. Finger quotes, whatever. So this one is the Captain America of the Railways.
So people, basically just normal people that have been inspired by Captain America
And
to...
doing good in their local communities.
Which is a great idea.
It is.
So this is what they've been showcasing over the last couple of months, talking about the different captains.
Yeah, every time bleeding cool with their... Captain America is going to be a Native American now.
Yeah, like, no,
clickbaity articles.
these are normal people.
Clickbait.
Yeah. That is,
And that's what like a superhero should be. He should inspire you to just be good in your community.
Especially someone like Captain America, you know? He's got Dale Eaglesham art, Jerome Cap in the Super Soldier outfit.
Halo crossover?
Halo Man.
Oh, yeah? It's Halo Man. Doomguy.
I'd love to see like a pizza delivery driver cap.
And what would pizza delivery driver
No,
cap
because like
Dave?
the pizza pan can itself be a shield. I can't think of any like much else that could become a shield. You know, like manhole cover. What else?
It's not just about the shield.
Yes, it is.
It's about
It's a
representing
symbol!
America.
What about a garbage man?
You need a symbol.
So who's the taxi driver? Who's the pizza driver going to be standing up for?
People who want pizza.
Yeah.
I wanted a pizza, not a calzone.
People who order pineapple on their pizza.
Hey, you just shut your
You know
mouth
what?
right now.
I needed him the other month when I got a pizza with no goddamn cheese on it.
Yeah.
Where was Captain America Pizza Man then? I was let down.
See.
You're onto something, Dave. You're an ideas man. You're an ideas man.
Going around on his Vespa, just flicking like
Do you know he just
I love how
throws,
you fleshed it out so much.
he's using the pizza. That's how he throws the shield. He throws the pizza to you.
You just open your mouth.
Frustrating.
It burns! It burns!
No child should go hungry on my watch.
Please, next comment.
Rightio.
Please.
DC and their 80th anniversary specials this time is Green Arrow.
Damn,
Emerald
that's a good
Archer.
book.
Massive book. Multiple short stories. There must be like 8 of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lots of different creators from the past, or some guys definitely doing stuff set in that time period.
It's the first one, like you mentioned to me earlier, it's the first one to chronologically kind of go through the eras. So it starts with like a golden age kind of story.
Yep.
And it
Moves along to like
And then
the
it ends
60s,
kind
Danny O'Neill sort of era-ish version, and then the Mike Grell version, and the modern stuff.
Rebirth
Yeah.
with Otto Schmidt, and then kind of like a future story.
Yes.
almost.
And like all of them, they've got decade-inspired variant covers.
Yes.
And they're all very nice covers.
Very, very much so.
Very nice Neil Adams cover.
Yep.
Daniel
Warren Johnson.
That's the name.
Yep.
He does a great cover. It doesn't really suit the time period, but it's a great
No.
Yeah, it's
cover.
cool. It's a cool image.
That's probably my one problem with some of these DC anniversary specials. Because with Action did it really well, I believe, with the covers. The art suited the decade, and just recently they haven't really been doing it.
Yeah, like having Ollie in the 50s costume, but it's a super modern thing doesn't make it a 50s looking cover for me. But
because you had someone doing real modern digital painted
Yeah,
art
in
the 90s cover, and it just felt weird.
Stack of good writers in there too. That one that stands out for me looks like that Jeff Lemire.
Yeah.
The last Green Arrow story looks sensational.
So, what's the artist's name?
Sorrentino?
Yeah.
No.
He and Lemire were on the New 52 stuff, and that stuff was pretty damn good.
It looks excellent. It looks very much a lot like a lot of the Marvel the End books we're doing recently.
Yep.
And,
Yes.
yeah.
I think it's the best of these 80th anniversary books for my liking anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm a Marvel guy, but Ollie is probably my favourite DC character. I would say, if I had to pick one, I would say Green Arrow by far. And it was, the chronological. It was interesting to see his character change. Like the first couple of stories, he's just blonde Batman.
Yeah.
You know, he's the rich guy, he's got the arrow cave, the arrow car, whatever. And then you get into the 60s stuff, you get the Denny O'Neill inspired activist-y sort of version of him, but still with the knobness that is Ollie. It's actually the Denny O'Neill's son pens a story.
Oh, really? Which one?
The one about his dad at the end.
Oh, at the end, that was him?
Yeah.
Cool. That was
yeah,
strong, man.
yeah.
That was powerful.
About his like just about his dad basically being a writer and stuff. Like sort of didn't fit, but it did fit. It was very, very nice. Very nice.
No,
Yeah, like
that sounds excellent. Like,
It was great.
You get a thick book, and it's pretty much half the price of a trade, and it's a trade size pretty much. So
It's
it's
Definitely trade
good.
size.
good value.
Yeah. 100% I agree. This is the best
Best
anniversary one
Yeah.
they've done.
I really liked it. Really liked it. All right, this week the books we checked out. Won't talk about too much, but X Factor 10. If you're an X-Men person, they're going fast. So maybe give us a ring as soon as you see this, because it's big stuff happening in this potentially anyway.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone wants to have a look. I can't really get into it, but
Yeah, can't say anything.
it's sort of the end of the gala stuff, because X-Men issue 1 starts next week, or this coming week. But so it's more of the gala, just them at their fancy X-Men dress-up party.
is this have the murder that
Yes.
Magneto's going to be charged for?
Well, I
On
don't know
trial
if
for?
Yeah, I can't see how he's going to be charged for it, but I could be wrong.
Right. So that happens in that issue?
Yes.
Okay.
It appears to.
Spoilers.
You don't necessarily... spoilers. You don't necessarily see a murder happen. You might
Oh.
see a result of a potential murder.
Right.
It's a whodunit.
So yeah, it's big. It's I'm a bit behind X Factor, but I was like, I need to read this so I know what's going on. See if it's what I think's happening is here, which is very surprising too, with the landscape of Marvel and Marvel in general. Interesting twist.
Yeah.
But I have a theory on that we might be able to talk about either off camera or later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like an
wait your
interesting
turn,
choice.
You just wait your turn, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with what's just come out in the
Other stuff?
previews.
Yeah. But I
Okay,
think
great.
it might be, I think it's also their way of fixing some past errors, shall we say.
Oh. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll talk about
You know what
that.
I mean?
Yeah,
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, Dave looks at X Factor.
He reuses the OG patriotic
Yes.
superhero, right?
Yes, my favourite artist, Rob Liefeld, and yours. The Shield. It's just Cable. You open the first page and I'm like, it's just Cable.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow, yeah.
He can do like 3 people.
Oh, wow.
Variants of 3 people
Yeah,
is
yeah.
all he does.
Okay, but yeah, the Shield is the original patriotic superhero.
Predating Captain
Yep.
America.
And so like this story, he's the original Shield, who then was replaced by his son, who's the most, I guess, famous known Shield, the guy on the cover.
Really uncomfortable.
But the original guy's jumping through time, and then the current, what are they called? What's their the mighty,
top?
what are they
Crusaders?
called? Crusaders, yes. They're gonna go try to take him out, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
interesting. You smash through it in about a second because it's Rob Liefeld. Not a lot of plot there. But some nice looking pages. That's a great page.
I'm just saying, over from his shoulder, it looks the best Liefeld I've seen in ages.
Yeah.
Wow.
So compared to that cover over there.
That's a jump.
Dave's not a fan of that.
I'll explain it. If you like your Robbie, check it out. Or if it's like something a bit different. 'Cause that's why I read it. I was like, let's see what they're doing. Because Liefeld's gonna not just do if he's doing such a classic character, and he's done after he got fired off Captain America, he then does Jack and Joe's other fighting American character, and he loves the patriotic guys. So yeah, that was nice. Liefeld, I'm a sucker. Always looks sort of nice.
Wow. Oh, that does look good.
What's next?
Next, Dylan, give us a talk.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Man, like the art on this just jumped out at me, right? And I was like, I need to.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to read this.
It looks very, very Ryan Otley.
Invincible.
I think that's why it
Yeah.
hooked me.
Well, in the boxes, it was face down, so I see the back cover. And I'm like, oh, did I only do this cover?
Especially the Mo.
Right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
It's like reverse Omni-Man
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah,
And then I open it up, and I'm like, wait, what?
So you
It's
can,
only Omni-Man. Like, tell me that's not...
so
Mark's
you
Mark?
can tell he was very inspired
Oh, for
by he was
sure.
copying Otley. That's what happens like with a lot of the
Everybody,
artists. That's
yeah.
happened. When you see like old George Perez art, he looks very much like Jack Kirby
Yes, yes,
before
yes.
he got his own
Oh,
own
sure,
voice.
because that's how you learn.
Yes.
Yeah, you mimic until you get your own
Your own voice.
Voice, yes.
Yeah, and this is a book about a serial killer.
Yes.
And it's got lots of slasher elements in it.
Yes.
And it's just really cool.
And like, very obviously he's got the vinyl name, and the serial killer listens to vinyl records while he's committing the murders, I guess. But there's also, it's just got that 60s vibe. Like there's a cult, like the Flower People cult, and it was cool.
There's FBI agents trying to bust the serial killer, and then all this other stuff happening with the FBI agents' relatives and stuff.
Yeah, that couple of pages where they're sitting, the FBI dude, or the former FBI dude, whatever he is, and the serial killer having a coffee. So I'm like, this book is amazing.
Yeah, and he's trying to pin him, and he's going too hard, and the person he's like,
hey,
what are you doing?
Calm down.
Yeah, he's gonna run. And there was this really cool sequence with security camera footage, and that was awesome, right?
Man, it was weird. You sort of know exactly what's going on, but in a good way. You're like, what the hell is happening here? But I liked it way more than I thought I would. I was just like, it's got a cool name, and then the teddy bear sort of murderer looking head thing. You're like, let's check it out. That was excellent.
I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
It looked very nice. I just flicked through it. I didn't read it. It looks very nice. Looked very pretty.
Very good. Vinyl was last week, actually. I guess also last week. Gamma Flight #1. Spinning out of the Immortal Hulk. So the Gamma Flight team have been helping Hulk or against Hulk, depending on where we're along on the storyline. But they've got their own mini-series. This is good. Like, not as out there as Immortal Hulk.
But kind of on the line, right?
Yes.
Because there is a member of the team that is just so weird.
Yes.
Who's writing that?
Al Ewing co-writes
still.
with
Okay.
Crystal Frazier. The art's nice, Liam Medina on art. My favourite bit is just the interaction between Absorbing Man and Titania. Excellent. Park, excellent. Because they've been great in it, but you don't get enough of them yet. So to get a whole of them, especially Creel, he's one of my favourite characters. I thought you'd probably pass.
So, yeah, I don't know if I want to ask that.
Do it.
Ask away. Do it.
Is Sasquatch still not Sasquatch, essentially?
Yeah.
Cool. That's the best way I can ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still the person that was in the early 40s of...
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Crazy, but
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to fix it
Probably not.
or what.
Leave him there.
Yes.
Why not?
What happened?
Well,
Spoilers?
spoilers.
Well, spoilers for early 40s. Of,
Yeah.
But when...
I didn't get that far.
Like, so in the Gamma, like, Sasquatch is just there dead because of what happened previous.
Yeah.
That's why he's green, because the proper Sasquatch dies or whatever.
And then wakes back up, and it's by the way, I'm Doc Samson in his body.
Because Samson also died.
Because Samson died because of what's going on with the leader. They closed a certain part of the green door, opened up a different green door, and that's instead of coming back into Doc Samson's body, he came back into that body. So it's Doc Samson as, what does he call himself? Gamma Squatch or some
Yeah.
some
Gamma Squatch.
some-
Yeah,
don't take that.
There's something like that.
If it is that, or if it isn't that, you can use that if you want, Marvel. But yeah, it's
Doc Sasquatch.
Doc Sasquatch. Yeah,
Oh.
Sasquatch.
yeah, Doc Sasquatch.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah,
It's weird.
because when it first happened in the book, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I remember when weird stuff happened with them at first, but
Yeah.
I don't think I got up to that part.
Because, the whole point of this Immortal Hulk thing is that the Gamma mutates don't die. They always
yes.
come back through the green door. But this was just... came through...
Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh, and the other guy in there... it's cool. Immortal Hulk's coming to an end, so to get another extra 5 bonus issues...
Is that what this is, a 5-part mini?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because all the one-shots that they've done have been all good.
Well,
Especially the ones written by him,
I've
co-written by him.
got some of those to talk about.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, what about next, Dylan?
Issue 4 Beta Ray Bill. This is continuing to be just amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
It's the most metal comic going around.
It is. That's why I love Warren Johnson. Every book that he does has this crazy heavy metal energy. More heavy metal than frigging Snyder's metal and death
Oh, yeah,
metal.
yeah.
Get rid of that. That's trying to be this.
Yes. Oh, this is Metal with his love of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
See someone
Yeah.
get a German in there?
Yes, I
There's
did.
another.
Yes,
There's another
yes.
one. There's one every issue.
Yeah,
isn't
every
there?
issue there's a move. I'm like, oh, German! The double page.
With the
spread.
ships exploding.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the last page.
Oh.
Man.
Oh.
And Masselheim with.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
book is excellent. Excellent.
I just love
a little creepy.
the energy in his art is so good.
Yeah, the movement, man.
Yes.
He's just incredible at capturing movement.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's sick.
It is a.
Because energy is it.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Because I can understand what people. You first look at it, it's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But when you read
They need a slap in the
his
head.
stuff, it just.
It's ugly pretty.
It is ugly
It's
pretty.
ugly pretty.
And it just pace
like-
is great, and it just you feel.
It's like a pug.
You feel.
It's just a pop art style, like a rough pop art style, basically.
Yeah.
It's not ugly.
I don't might be called ugly, but I love it.
Just the motion blur and all
Yeah,
of that.
There's
he
just
manages-
a definite
yeah.
rawness to
Yes.
it, which
Yes.
everything with his art.
Oh man.
Very. Clearly a lot of Kirby, even though the dude's
Oh yeah,
40
for sure.
years later, 50 years later, it's the Kirbiness of what it is. It's the bigness and the comic books. It's comic books,
Yep.
man. I dig it. My favourite book of the week, probably Crossover 7. I won't go into too much detail at all about this, but Crossover. So we've had Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw doing Crossover. This issue is fill-in issue basically, but the best fill-in issue I've ever read in my life. Because in Crossover, if you don't know, all the comic book writers are either dead or missing. So this issue, Chip Zdarsky is missing. So this one is written by Chip Zdarsky, and it's where Chip Zdarsky is and what is going on. And it wasn't exactly what it's not what I thought it was what I assumed just from the cover. I was like, have they gone to switch places sort of thing? But that's not that at all, and it's even better, and it's so good. A lot of references to other comic book people. You're looked at it.
I'm gonna wait till I read 1 to 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair
The
enough.
trade.
Don't look at that then.
Yeah.
Yes, a big reveal at the end. Lots of stuff.
Is it a... I'm just throwing this
Yes.
out. Is there a bit of like misery, anything misery like in there, or
No.
no? Okay, because that's what I was kind of like. Just by looking at the
Yes.
cover, I'm thinking someone's kidnapped him or something, and yeah. But anyway,
I had a look earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Oh, bro.
You got any first trades on the shelf?
Yes.
Because that would be my. I want to change my first book.
Okay, cool. It's so good.
Oh.
So
Vision
good.
Fest.
It's the most comic booky, and it's so comic booky. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it to people for a first comic book read,
No.
that's for sure, because you're not going to get everything.
Yeah.
No.
The more comic stuff you know. Because, like, in this, my favourite line in this is Chip Zdarsky says, I'm not Hickman smart. You know? And, like, the other one of his other lines in there is, like, about Chip, the persona of Chip is his confidence, he's whatever, and whatever. He's like, all I do is do coke and talk shit to Ryan Stegman on Twitter. And like, it's just, it's very, very inside baseball. But-
Very meta.
Yeah, very meta. Well, they told, that's what he says at one point. He's like, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because it's weird and good. Alright, from last week I also checked out issue 2 of Fantastic Four Life Story. First issue I was like, this one much better. Still not as good as the Spidey Life Story, but enjoyable. Moves through the decade, like, it's interesting because it's the 70s. You buying it, didn't?
No.
you might want to buy
Dude,
that
bro.
one.
I know. I flipped through that issue. I saw it.
Doom all over it.
I saw it. I'll see how the next issue looks like, and I might just buy that issue.
Yeah, fair enough. Because it's great. Why he did it's great. Namor, yeah, that's my boy. Go get it.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. Tell anybody that listens. She's been there before. It was good stuff. Good stuff. You got anything else?
No. The last thing I read from last week was final issue for Heroes Reborn that is called Heroes Return, confusingly enough.
At first we're going to skip it, but we've gushed about this book too much. We had to at least
Every issue we
At
talked
least
about it.
mention that we read it and that it was solid.
Yeah, it was a satisfying finish. But I'm just aching for more of that world.
Yeah.
And I hope we get it in minis and flashbacks and one shots. I think there's so much to mine there and also it's not finished either. I don't think, right? Like, you know what I mean? Yes.
That very last line.
Yes.
That very last line, which is relevant.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so. It's been so good. So good. I can't talk it up enough. I think we've talked it up enough. So we might move along.
Yes.
But together, everyone, get it. Anybody else do any reading, Dave? No.
Yeah, I read a few things. I read. It's very old at this point, but I read it. I read the first trade of First Class, the Image book. Deadly Class. Deadly Class.
Yes.
That's really good. I thought it was finished. I was going to buy them all, but it's still ongoing.
Yes.
I may wait, but it's very good.
That's when I thought it was finishing, and it did finish, and I sort of forgot, and it just must have not come out for ages. Then all of a sudden, Deadly Class is out this week.
Because I'm late to the party.
The same thing. I've always thought when it's done, I'll buy the trades.
So it's up to new previews issue. Trade 10 is solicited.
Sure.
So I don't know how when he's going to finish, but it's a very good book. Set in the 80s about a underground school of assassins, like high school of assassins, assassin training. It's really good though.
Did anyone ever watch any of the show?
No, I didn't.
Me neither. Because once it got it didn't really come here anywhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly fussed on finding it, and then when it got cancelled, you're like, that's the point. But I would like to watch it. I should have to look into that one day.
I read the second issue of Mr. Miracle.
The new series?
Yes.
With not Scott?
Yeah, like the new issue that just came out recently. That was pretty good. I like where that's going.
It's not Scott.
I know, but I like Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, fair.
That's probably going to do with that Unpainted Worm. I do like Mr.
Hey, Mr. Miracle? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
cool.
I read that. That was pretty good. I read the Godzilla Rivals one shot.
Yep.
That was not great. I didn't like it at all. Like Godzilla versus Hedorah. I don't know what. I was reading it and I was just started to skim. I have no idea what happened in that book. I read it. That's how boring it was. I did not retain.
Did you need it to be
anything
black
from
and
it?
white? Or?
No, it's just I needed it to be better.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fake anime style art in
Yeah,
it.
the art. Yeah.
Anyway.
I think also something like Godzilla is a harder, especially in a one shot. Like cool, so it's just mad. Bah, bah, bah. You know what I mean?
And it wasn't even like it's just Godzilla versus Hedorah in the background. It was just the two people. I don't know.
Yeah, people.
I read Batman Reptilian.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
I really dug it. I know you guys didn't. I like the
I
art.
love the story, the art.
The short. I liked the art. I liked because it's Liam Sharp but it's painted Liam Sharp, so it looks like Dave McKean, and I like Dave McKean. So Sam Keefe / Dave McKean. And
the problem is that I love Liam Sharp's pencils.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
his pencils are
draw
so
the book, Liam, man. We draw the book, I would have done it more. Yes.
But I feel the art suits the story.
It does.
Suits the story very well.
I enjoyed it more than I was excited for the book, and as Batman, cool.
Yes.
And it came out, I'm like, Liam Sharp, I'm like, yeah. But I read it just this morning, actually, and I was like, the art works much better.
It does. It's very nice art. What else did I read?
A little sad, though, like, to see the inside dedication to Steve Dillon.
Oh,
from
no.
Liam Sharp.
No, it is.
The book was written for Steve Dillon.
Oh. That would have been so different.
So different, right?
So different if that was for Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, you can't even think about it, right?
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. What else did I read? I must have read something else. I just don't remember what else I read. I guess that's it because I can't remember what else I read.
Must have been real good.
Yeah.
Well then, let's get back in the DeLorean. Where are we, Fommy?
3 books left to December 2020. Boy. We ain't going that far back, champion.
Oh.
You're ahead of me on some books, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, 2 issues into King of Black.
Oh yes, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
Yep.
The Namor tie-ins have been a little bit boring a start with the whole
They're the best ones you get too.
Really? That's worrying. I like the Black Cat one, to be honest.
I didn't buy that because it was in her book. You know.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the Black Cat.
Yeah, no,
one so
I heard that
far.
was
I've
very
only one or
good.
two.
Yeah, I kept hearing that was really good.
Really
Yeah.
good. Had it been a mini, I would have probably picked up. But I was like, I don't want just random issues of Black Cat.
I don't know about that. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because it's Black Cat. Oh, it's the start of her book, but it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
You know.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
right.
ongoing.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't
right.
issue 1, sorry, but yes.
But so Hulks, so much Hulk, especially all those one shots. So there was the She-Hulk one shot when
Oh, that was good.
holy moly, like don't ever die again.
Yeah.
So yeah, whole Green Door stuff. Finally bringing Jen into that whole storyline with Uncle Brian.
Yeah. I just thought, weaving in where she was and what has happened to her in recent years, continuity, into his story
Yeah.
seamlessly.
Yep. Then you had the issue 0, which was the Bruce and the Dad story, and I realised I got that Kubert Peter David back issue.
Yep.
And just that Kubert art and the Magnola art
Yep.
for the other.
Yep.
That
Is
was
that the best reprint ever?
Yeah, and they'd again seamlessly like intertwined it. Yeah, intertwined. I'm playing that. Interweaved it so well with just the current storyline of everything to do.
Was that a one shot?
It was. It was.
Does it?
Maybe in the back issues.
I remember when that first came out and hit the shelf. I'm like, oh, half of this
Yeah.
is a reprint.
Yeah.
This, what? Why do they keep doing this? And then Jason read it and he was like, man, no, it needed to be.
Yeah. Because it's the
100%
same
it did.
story.
100% it did. So yeah, the same story brought, and that just shows Ewing's
So good.
work on how hard he's gone back to bring the story to a forward. That thrashing, the Jeff Lemire story,
Yeah.
that was unreal as well. Just a dark, this little girl. Oh yeah, man, there was some really dark stuff in that. That was really
Very
well-
Stranger Things.
yes,
Very Stranger
yes. So Hulk's been unreal. Avengers Moon Knight arc finished. There was an interesting screenshot I had at the end of that, which was like talking about doing the deal with the devil, and that it's all going to come out. There's going to be a devil for each one of you. Talking to all the Avengers, very much with Heroes Reborn. Maestro first series.
Yes.
Man, I was upset we didn't do a podcast last week because all I wanted to do was tell everyone about that Maestro for. That was so well done. Peter David, excellent.
You can't. You say Peter David on Hulk.
He's had some practice on Hulk.
And he did create that Future Imperfect, but just the way he did it and who the Maestro first was.
You did not see that
Yeah,
coming, right?
right.
So left of field, but then when it all came to a head, it was just so excellent. And yeah, that whole storyline, the Rick Jones part, the
Yep.
kid, oh man, it so good. I smashed those 5 books in like I got to near the end of I think it was October-ish,
Yep.
and I had them all just sitting there. I'm like, I'm just gonna read this first one. Bang, 5 of them.
Yeah.
Just so good. And I'm actually really glad it happened that way too because it's a good mini to read in one hit
Yes.
as opposed to.
Well, that's why when the second miniseries started straight away, I'm like, nah, I'm waiting until
Yeah,
that's
wait
finished.
until
And it's
it
just
finishes,
finished
yeah,
and I just haven't got to it
Yeah,
yet.
War and
but
Pax, yeah, for sure. Spider-Man 49, which was 850, was one of the best Spidey books I've read in a long time. Getting back together with the Goblin and having that fight in Ravencroft with the Sin Eater and the Sin Eater absorbing the Juggernaut power. It was just mental.
Oh, yeah.
It was the best, and I've been waiting for a good Spider-Man book off Spencer for quite a while. And wow, did he back it up with some crap. Because that 50, with the reveal of Kindred, and why you do it to that... Oh, man. And I've even gone through Last Remains and everything, and the reasoning for it's crap. It's so bad, and it's really turned me off
I haven't read the book since.
this Spider-Man
Been buying it.
storyline, to be honest. It's really disappointing. So, I'm going to continue,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah,
What is just how many times we've been here before? Multiple
Yeah.
times.
you could have done.
Multiple.
It didn't have to be him. It didn't have to be anyway. Yeah, so that was really disappointing. FF has gotten pretty good up to 25, 26, where Franklin used his powers against this overpowered being that came down, and now he got nothing and can't go to Krakoa anymore because he's not seen as a mutant. And yeah, some really good stuff going on there too, which was actually getting me a little bit more into FF because it's been okay, but I haven't been. Oh, that's
It's not exciting.
No, just started just read that first Phoenix book.
Oh, yeah.
So issue 40 odd.
Yeah.
So that was good for Avengers. Like that backstory one, that was quite
Yeah,
good.
the backstory one was really good.
Have you watched Jessica Jones yet?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
So when you read Alias, I was going back and heard something the other day. I went,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no.
not watching it.
No.
Is it on anything anymore?
Still
It would still be
Netflix,
Netflix.
It's on
It's-
Netflix?
it's-
Yeah.
It would still be Netflix.
So yeah, so a couple of books left of December 2020. So keep going this rate. I should be caught up to Heroes Reborn in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got to date? I want to just have my normal reading, and
Yes, yes.
and we can obviously I'm not going to spoil things for other readers, but we can talk a little bit more in depth about
Yes.
some other books as
Yes,
well.
yes.
So yeah, bring it on. That's all.
Alright.
That's all I read.
Alrighty, is that all the reading?
Think
Yep.
so? Oh, actually, I read Red Room issue 2.
I flicked through Red
Did
Room.
you have a look?
I flicked through it.
Right, Red Room. Freak.
That should come
Yeah,
bagged.
Disco, you got problems.
That
That should come bagged.
yeah, that.
Like, and they're doing plastic surgery on people, so they're not
Yes,
recognizable.
yes.
So
Oh,
when
that's creepy.
they do it, so they're
Yeah, it's
Oh, you shouldn't look at it.
Oh, yeah,
How'd
no.
you go with that part?
I'm like, they didn't show it, but I'm like, oh, you bastards.
Oh, and
But-
just, like, even where they get that victim from.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the dude... Alright, a little bit of spoiler, but it's not integral. So the dude's stuck on his roof
In a flood.
and then the helicopter comes to save him,
Oh,
but they're not saving him, they're just taking him to go so he gets mutilated on the Red Rooms. What a book. Marked. It's intense.
that is messed up.
Yeah, very messed up.
And like, yeah, it should come bagged because it shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to pick it up on the shelf and just flick through it and like, oh my goodness. Especially that first. I know you got none left, but that first issue, that was brutal and
Yeah.
very disturbing.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not
What's
saying
more
it was
disturbing, that or Crossed?
that
Oh, okay.
Because this is real.
because Crust is more
Based on
cartoon.
real or real?
No. It's Crust is more cartoony.
Because it's still like,
I know-
oh, they're zombies, really,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? It's
There's nothing in this that isn't
possible.
possible, yes.
Yes.
because it's like people planning this
Yeah.
It's
and
just-
doing it to other
And
people.
making money. And like,
It's-
some
it's-
stuff happens.
It's torture
Not to
and
this
snuff
level.
on the
Yeah,
dark
yeah.
web, so you know that's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of the ordinary.
Not out of the question.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Ugh.
Alrighty.
Ugh.
What do we got merch next, Dylan?
Yes, our giant shipment of like 1 million action figures.
Okay.
What have we got first?
We got DC Multiverse by McFarlane.
holy moly!
The
What the hell is
was it
that?
Hellbat Golden Armor version.
What the hell is that? It's Hellbat. Yeah.
It's, yeah, I think it was
Wonder Woman with Dr. Fake Mask
helmet.
Okay.
or whatever. We had this discussion the other
We-
week for
we
about
did.
20 minutes in store. What classifies a helmet or a mask? Unmasked,
I call it a
unhelmeted,
hel- I call it a
unhelmeted
helmet.
Flashpoint Batman, Tom Wayne Batman.
Yeah, that's a helmet. Mask only covers the face, right?
Let me cut.
Yeah, but it's kind of wishy-washy because Spider-Man, that's a mask, right?
Yes.
So generally, I try to say if it's fabric, it's a mask.
Yeah, that could be two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be two. Yeah.
Todd McFarlane designed Batman.
Back to the relevant topic.
Yes.
So rigid front or fabric?
Batman Beyond.
Done. That's it. Found a consensus. We're good.
Oh, I wanted that Batman Beyond.
Okay, I got one for you. Somewhere.
Want
Sold.
it? Do you still want it?
Yeah,
Yeah, alright.
So
Are
you
you sure?
do want it.
I'm sure I got one. I got one.
so I asked for it.
I remember these things. Didn't I? Don't listen to you.
This Batman by McFarlane is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I love he can't help but put spikes on his gauntlet.
of course,
It's excellent. I love that.
of course.
Is that kind of Batman's thing?
Yeah,
Spikes?
Yeah, but not like he's like on
Oh!
the side.
Looks
He's
like
more like
Alfred's in it.
Spawn.
Oh
like
wow!
Alfred.
Looks like Alfred's inside it. That's all.
How
No,
buff
because
is
the
your
face is all like,
Gaunt.
yeah.
Alfred have abs?
This Batman Beyond.
He
is
might.
awesome.
You never know. He's just wearing the rocket.
So they're all just single figures. The next batch are a builder figure to make the Dark Father. So these are all from Death Metal Wonder Woman. Think so. Dylan's favorite Death Metal Superman.
How dare you say that? How bad is that Superman figure?
Who's the
It's Joe Manganiello.
No, it's
Dark Father.
Death Metal Batman, who are presently sold out of already. That's how good he is.
He's got a
Pretty
guitar.
cool.
Yeah. And the Robin King. The Robin King is probably the pick of the bunch for myself.
I like
American
that Batman.
Indian X-Men.
Thunderbird.
What?
Thunderbird and
Warpath,
Nightwolf from
whatever.
Mortal
Warpath?
Kombat.
Yeah,
Is
just
this
like,
okay?
Thunderbird was his brother.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about them.
Oh wow.
Dry size when they bring Wolverine or whatever.
He looks like
Thunderbird's
you, Dylan.
The Native American one there, he dies. And then his younger brother later, Warpath, comes Thunderbird 2 and gets his own name.
He looks like Dylan.
What are you talking about?
That's why he doesn't like it.
Oh, this one.
He looks like you.
Yeah, maybe that is.
Go right to the camera with that.
Self-
Right to
self-
the camera!
Self-loathing. Oh god, that looks atrocious. Is that what I look like?
Yeah,
That's great.
So who's Darkfather? What's his?
It's like Batman and like sort of Doomsday together or something.
Dark
like
side.
that. Yeah,
Dark
that's what I
side.
mean.
If Batman was like a 90s, like,
Maybe he's
WWE
like 90s.
superstar.
Okay.
So yeah, as usual, McFarlane doing a great job.
Knocking it out of the park. Keep
And
it-
more McFarlane for you this week, people. Warhammer,
Warhammer 40k.
40k.
We'll do it for 35.
Wait, don't
No, no,
say-
no.
45, thank you very much.
These were kind of difficult to mark off as we got
these
them.
are some.
Mm-hmm.
These are
They had to go on the
duty.
shelf. We couldn't put them on a peg.
Yeah.
It would just rip,
It'll rip you.
Oh, yeah.
straight away.
They look. I like Warhammer figures and
Yes.
the minis and the lore and the aesthetic of it. Just not actually playing it.
Yep, yeah, fair enough.
And these figures look great.
They're great.
They're excellent.
And not all, but most of these ones, I think, actually most of these ones come with grey unpainted, paint your own versions, which is an excellent idea
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
for the Warhammer people, right?
So I bought one just to paint because I'm started painting minis, so
Is
I'm
this
gonna have a
the
go
only
at
one?
painting at that.
Is this the only one that's gold label collection?
They've done some Spawn and some more
Batman?
and stuff like that. Yeah, Batman.
Looks
They
nice.
sort of repaints.
But they're very nice figures.
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah,
just
like
so
how
bulky.
heavy, like
Oh, so it's a gold variant of that one, I guess.
sort of.
It's like a different rank. There's
Yeah.
different ranks and
So
armor
that's got a
types.
sword and it doesn't have like
Yeah.
a different gun.
Okay.
That's like a lieutenant, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah.
Did he ever paint his one?
I don't remember. I don't think so actually. He didn't tell me.
And those are some beefy figures. They're like 7-inch figures, but they're definitely not 7-inch scale.
There's some heft to them.
They'd have to be like 6-inch scale or 5-inch scale because those guys are meant to be crazy big.
Yeah, but that, man, like, that's a deluxe figure
Yeah.
from most other companies, you know.
Yes.
And he did regular. They're excellent.
DC partnering with McFarlane has been fantastic.
Yes.
The figures coming out are just gorgeous.
I would like some more Supermans and less Batmans, personally.
Yeah, Batman sells, kid.
Yeah.
That's true. But
I would just like a little bit less. I would like more Bat Family, like the Batman Beyond, cool, but not so much. Like they've just milked the metal stuff to death.
Yeah,
Like,
well.
and I get it was the hottest thing in the current thing, and stuff that hasn't had figures.
yeah.
Like everybody else has had a billion Batman figures, so I can understand that. But man, like, where's a just a regular Batgirl? Where's a Penguin?
But Batman has a guitar. I want it.
We'll say that everybody else sold out. I think that's about all for merch.
Hat.
Speaking of merchandise, in our cleanup while we've been sort of closed, Jason found in the warehouse very, very, very limited amount of comic shop hats.
Very limited.
So we've got a few up for grabs. If you're keen, give us a call.
We also had to get Jason to model the hat.
Because someone can't wear it. So if your head is... How big is your head, Dylan?
That is the question of the day.
So we got a
Tape
measuring
measure.
tape.
We need to know people know how big their head has to be.
I think we have to go inches, don't we?
Inches.
Yeah.
Because this is on the last notch and it can't fit his big fat head.
Dave, you're on the right side. You can be the tape measure man. How big is Dylan's head circumference?
Need a
Where do
drum
we
roll.
want it?
Need drum roll.
Do you need another tape
I
measure?
think you have to
I
go...
think, I got, brows?
A bit lower.
Yeah, a bit lower. Around that.
How you wear a
Yeah, on
hat?
the eyes. Right, that's it. Right on the brows. Perfect spot.
I'd say about 25 inches.
25
Wow.
inches. Who's a lucky boy?
So if your head is smaller than
Is that
that...
hands? What? Don't worry.
Yeah, let's ignore that.
How big's your head?
I'm about to find out.
And lower.
Lower.
Cheating on the eyebrows.
Oh, on the eyebrows. Behind the ears? Like,
Yeah, where the hat
It's
would
the
go.
exact same spot you just measured.
So yours is like
Second.
23-ish?
Huh?
About 23-ish?
20, wait.
How big was my one again?
25.
Yeah, about 23 and a half-ish.
Okay.
Maybe a bit, yeah.
So I'm a 7.5 in a new era hat, I think.
So anyone looking to buy for Dave, you now know. So
I like One Piece and Street Fighter.
Don't steal his hat though, because he'll never forget you.
Next,
Tim Lee.
how big's your head?
I so want someone's head to be bigger than
Well,
mine.
no one's gonna be.
No.
But I would love it. Love it.
I mean, I can wear a hat without going to the last notch. Dylan.
That's evidence enough, isn't it?
It's like 23.
Yeah, but I think most people's head will be the same size.
23 is average.
So you're 2 inches above average. Jesus.
Don't take that out
Yeah,
of
same
context.
23.
It's a shame.
Oh,
It's a shame there's no
Oh.
extra brain
The
in
only
there,
time,
the only time I'll
the
hear
only
that.
time Dylan's going to have 2 inches on us.
I do believe a little bit in the
Speak for
phrenology
yourself.
though.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, about that.
Wow.
So you got a big head, but there's nothing in there.
No.
Yeah.
Superman knowledge.
Oh,
It's debatable.
I believe in a bit of the phrenology.
Okay.
Why? It's proven quackery, Dave.
Have you listened to the stuff he spouts?
That's why he believes it. Honestly. So yeah, so limited number left.
Limited.
$24.95. Give us a call. Not this one.
what stocks last?
Yeah, it won't last long.
If you want yours signed, it's an extra 100.
I'll sign it for free if you want the signature.
Free.
Oh, should I just cut that segment out and we'll use that as the ad?
Yeah, for sure.
Done! Two
Yeah.
birds, one stone! Less work for me.
Well done, Dylan.
Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. You know, on Instagram when the ads pop up, and it's like, oh, so why are they measuring this guy's head?
Why aren't they? Why aren't they?
Okay. You
Like
got all
to-
that
This
out
is
of the
train
way?
back on
You have
track.
to beep out New Era because that's a competing company.
Well, now twice.
I'm sure they'll be okay.
No, in the
Yeah,
ad,
yeah.
just the ad bit, just the
Oh,
ad bit.
okay.
Yeah, because we're such fierce competitors.
Yeah.
Watch out.
What's next?
Okay,
I'm Spider-Man myself.
Transformers, they've been going crazy with their crossovers. They've apparently got like an Amazon Prime one coming out soon.
I need to see that. I want to see what it looks like.
I think
You
it's
should buy it
It's
because
Optim-
I get 4 Amazon packages a week
It's
for ya.
pronounced Optimus, mate.
It's an Optimus Prime
Amazon.
with Amazon,
Of course it is.
Just for knitting.
yeah. And
Yeah.
he
I'm
comes
the
with packages.
Amazon king.
Comes
Hey,
with-
you've got nothing else coming. That was the
Made
last.
me put a sign on the door this week, not for deliveries, because knitting's getting packages.
I did not predict a lockdown.
Okay, and then the one that they've just announced with pictures is Transformers Jurassic Park.
It's amazing.
It
It's
looks
the best
great. They've got a retool of Beast Wars Megatron to look like a normal T-Rex, not
Yep.
a big purple one.
One. Yes.
And they've got the... Is it Ford Explorer?
Yes.
I think that's a retool of Prowl.
Yeah.
It was with the door
Yes,
wings.
yes,
and
yes.
the-
Because after you said that, I looked and I was like, yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah.
Heavy retool, but
Yeah, very heavy. I thought for sure
But
they'd
yeah,
use...
I do think that's the base.
They'd use like Trailbreaker
Trailbreaker, yeah.
or whatever. Because he's kind of like a...
A Jeep?
Yeah. But no, they use Prowl, who's a police car.
So it's available for pre-order now on Amazon if you want it.
Yes, and
How
he
do you
knows
know-
that.
How do you know that?
Because I did it.
Did you?
I did.
It's great.
Is it on the
It's-
Hasbro
it's-
website or? just
No, it's on
Amazon?
Amazon. You
Okay.
can pre-order it on Amazon.
Amazon, I think EB.
That Venomy
thing.
ones will be on Pulse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
So-
Cause like they've all been nice. There's none that I've really like twisted them arm to buy. But this one, and I'm not the biggest Jurassic Park. Like I like Jurassic Park. It doesn't like Jurassic Park, but it was the first time you're like, ooh, because it's the two.
And they scale great, right?
I was like, well, that is tempting.
Like they did the first time they did it was a con exclusive of Optimus Prime
Yes.
as Ecto 1 color scheme.
Yes.
It's not the Ecto 1 transforms,
Yes.
but that's super hard to get or super expensive if you were looking for it. But this one, because I missed out when it first came out, but the other ones that they've done have been not so great.
No.
Like the DeLorean Gigawatt guy, it's cool, but yeah.
It looks better as
It
a
doesn't
DeLorean. It looks better as a DeLorean.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Ecto 1 looked better as a Ecto 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but-
Blackbird looked better as the Blackbird.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's right, because this works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a
Both
really
ways.
cool dinosaur transformer.
Yeah. And the Jurassic Park Jeep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want it.
Do it. Pre-order it.
No, I gotta get the Megatron. I'm getting just the Beast Wars stuff. Hey, I'm not you.
Hey, I know what you're talking about.
With his He-Mans.
I heard also that they've got a Dracula one coming out. Transformers Dracula.
What do you mean?
No pictures yet, but that's a description.
It's just a coffin.
Well,
I would buy that.
Years
Actually,
back, with Titan's Return, that's like the headmaster's line, right? One of the Decepticons transforms into a bat. So people are inclined to believe it's probably a retool of that one.
Interesting.
And also, yeah, is a headmaster, so the head comes off and unfolds into like a little man, a little robot man, like this big. That'll probably look like Dracula.
Give me my coffin transform.
Transforms into a coffin. Yeah, I see the Transformers that did like there was Optimus that turned into like a shoe or something. You seen that?
To a shoe.
Yeah,
Did
came out
see,
years back.
no, but
You shall
so a little
like it.
segue into the Lego sneaker that they've done.
I may have ordered one.
Are you serious?
Maybe.
Lego and Adidas have teamed up and made a Lego version
It's
of
sick.
the
It's like
the classic.
1,300 pieces, and it's a
So-
Adidas superstar.
So Dylan
Yeah.
gonna have to make that for you as well.
I need to pay you.
If he pays for the
Yes.
privilege,
I need to pay the fee.
Are you gonna wear said shoes?
You
I
can't
don't
wear
think
it.
you can wear
What's the
those.
point then?
Okay, so you've got the Lego version. You can also buy an actual version, a wearable one with like Lego
Oh,
bits
so
of
what?
design
You
on
can
it.
buy shoes.
Yeah, normal shoes with Lego stuff on the side.
They know how to milk some money.
Yeah,
Is it 2 shoes or is it 1 shoe?
I think it's just the one.
It is just the one. I was
Yes.
reading a post. If you want a pair, you got to buy 2 of the set.
How much
Nah.
is the set?
No, but
Please.
the set won't be.
Yeah, how much was a shoe?
I
Please.
think it was like 130.
that's not
Australian?
bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad for a Lego.
it's about 80 US around there.
Okay, here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't you just make a shoe out of Lego at home? Out of blocks of Lego. Like, it's not like buying the Simpson
at
house
him.
and stuff like that. But it's just a shoe. Like, I watch Lego Masters. They can make a shoe in 5 seconds.
They
Get-
don't
get
have
the
all the
bricks.
parts at their disposal.
Getting the bricks that are all the same color.
It's called Bricklink. You can buy anything you want by the thousands.
That's true. You also got to be bothered enough.
He's not going to be bothered
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not going to get built. It's not going
It's in a cool. It comes in a little cool shoebox thing, right?
Yeah, it does.
The box is like a shoebox. Isn't that cool?
More stuff than I've seen in one day. We'll see it in
See,
Dave's boot.
see the light of
6
eBay. It
years.
will happen.
Yeah. For like $20.
But Adidas have done some pretty cool Simpsons crossover shoes, though.
Yeah.
No one's questioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm just mentioning they did some good shoes.
Yeah.
I thought you'd at least be
Because you
able
got
to
a
wear it.
pair.
Yeah, it's a good pair.
Yeah, no,
You wear 'em?
The best
I wore them
ones.
once. Just to,
You gotta wear 'em.
yeah.
It's point of shoes if you don't wear them.
Is
Snacks.
it previews time?
Yes.
Is it cool?
I believe it's previews time.
Previous time.
Previews.
Da-da-da.
Well, we get to look into the future and see what's coming out 2 months' time. Start. We
We're
get
gonna
started.
with this time.
Marvel. The Marvel previews that I stuck in the right way.
Yeah. Good job, Dylan.
Sweet. Watch me mess it up next time.
Ooh, Dark Ages.
Dark Age is finally
They've
coming.
been teasing this since, like, Free Comic Book Day. Was it last year or the year before, even?
I think year before.
Yeah, it was, because it was
Yeah.
a proper Free Comic Book
Yes.
Day. Tom Taylor. Good old Aussie, Tom Taylor. And is it Cabello?
So, what's the synopsis for this?
The power
Anyone
goes
know?
out.
Oh, the power goes out.
And
Yep.
also
There's no lights.
Solar flare, I'm guessing.
No
Some
lights.
sort.
and the superheroes lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the preview that we saw in the Free Comic Book Day issue was that Iron Man just drops out of the sky
Yeah.
and he collides with like a airliner.
And like, did he get his arm cut off or his leg cut off?
His
or
legs, I
something?
think. Yeah.
Because this was ages ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that
I
was really
seeing
cool.
that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, it was not last year free. Comic Book Day.
Then you've
Yeah.
got some previews out here, right? And it looks like all the Spider-Man characters, their spider sense is just going nuts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of writhing, and
Yeah.
I wonder what causes that. Because it's clearly not just the power; it's other stuff.
Yes, stuff's going wrong. Assume it must be out of continuity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Be like a deceased style.
Yeah. Very interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's. Have I missed something? I know I'm behind, but I just noticed that, and that's.
They are pointing to a panel.
Yeah, maybe a future story or I don't know, something. Because
Well, I don't
it's,
want to spoil it, but
No,
yeah.
it's
because
it's
it's been
out
so
there for
long in the
people.
run, it couldn't be set.
Yeah, it's got a panel where all the Spideys are going crazy with their spider sense, and there's one with Peter Parker and Mary Jane and a kid, and their Spidey sense is going off.
Yes.
The kid and Pete's spider
Yeah.
sense are going mental, and yeah,
Is the kid
Well-
guy or
a young girl.
Girl.
So Mayday possibly?
No, not. I would say less Mayday, more like the Renew Your Vows stuff.
Mm.
Remember that from Secret Wars, and then they still had a book after.
Yeah.
Little girl, red hair.
Right. Yeah.
I'd say it'd be that more than Mayday.
so-
Mayday's cooler.
That was so.
Mayday don't get enough credit.
She hasn't been in anything
Nothing.
really these
No.
days.
God, dude, I
She's
like
better
that
than
dude.
Spider-Gwen.
So
Yeah.
interesting that next to that Dark Ages is another mini coming up called Death of Doctor Strange. Jed McKay. Strange they didn't like. Mark Waid's been writing him for so long. Why would? It's an interesting choice to get someone just to come in and write this mini after.
McKay is the next sort of guy they're really grooming for bigger books
I've
and
noticed
bigger
it.
books
I've
because he
noticed
does the
that.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
I think there's something else he's got in here too. Actually, he's on the rise big time for him. And Wade hasn't really done anything.
No, that's the other thing.
Well,
I was
he's
gonna
got a
say.
job at, isn't he like editor in chief at, or publisher at one of the indies?
Oh, okay.
We had
Or something like that.
Inferno there.
Yeah, Inferno.
Which is the beginning and the end
Yeah.
of Hickman's run.
Okay. Because Hickman's taken that.
Yes.
He's gone off X-Men. Duggan,
Yep.
he's taken
Number
over
one
X-Men.
this week starts.
So do we know this is a 4-part mini that Hickman's now taking over, and then that's the end of his...
Well, it's the culmination begins here, so I think it'll be like the start of chapter 3 sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you got Dawn of X, right? Which was... Because in the trades, they got the Dawn of X trades,
Right.
where they, trade volume 1 of Dawn of X will have X-Men 1, X-Force 1, New Mutants 1 and 2, whatever, right? And now, there was about 11 or 12 of those, and now they're into the Raina X, which... and then I reckon this will be like the third chapter, basically. So I don't think this is necessarily the end of Hickman at issue 4, but I think this might be the last year or so, mate.
Yeah.
I thought House and Powers would be the rain or the dawn.
Well,
That's where it all started.
yes.
What are the chances this all ends and just Moira McTaggart winds up in another universe of different X-Men?
I don't think so.
You never know.
Well, what's the point of
At
that?
the end, it could be, this is the 13th timeline or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes,
and
yes.
It's like, okay,
But then how are you going to have X-Men interacting with the rest of the Marvel Universe?
I'll reintroduce it.
It's Marvel. It is Marvel.
Just like
It is Marvel again, yeah. Like, it's been a year, let's reboot.
But it's the first time they've started doing with something with Moira McTaggart since the Powers issue.
She was in X-Men 20 or something, or one of the last issues of
Yeah,
Hickman's
so you
second last issue.
got to bring it back because
Just the once?
Because that's
Pretty much.
probably the books out of everything that I'm reading. It's probably the thing I'm not most let down by. But if there's an issue there, I'll get to that.
Because it
Like,
starts so high and it just...
well, just even X of Swords. Like, there's 22 parts
Yeah.
of that, and I'm only reading X-Men, so I only got 4
yeah.
pieces of it, and I'm like, this is just Apocalypse fighting his wife, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Do you still have a figure?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I definitely have.
yeah, we got a few of
The
them.
last Spencer Spidey.
yay!
Yeah, I think I haven't really enjoyed it, but it looks better than what we're getting next.
That's
if you
the,
ask me.
well, that's what I said to the guys earlier. I don't know if I'm honestly going to continue.
Oh,
on
that's
so.
right, because it's Ben Riley.
Yeah, which that I like. I want some Ben Riley books, but I don't
Right.
want Ben Riley and Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's not 1997.
The costume, right? You know, the
Mhm.
90s costume? With the spider just
Yeah.
offset to
For
the
no
side
reason.
for some random reason. Yeah.
Because it's, what do you call it? Homage to Scarlet Spiders.
Oh, I suppose.
I know, but pick one or the other.
Yeah.
That's
Darkhold, is that the other
Yeah.
McKay one? No, that's not
No,
the
not yet. No. So,
Yeah, Death of Doctor Strange I'm down for.
yeah.
be
Extreme
good.
Carnage coming up.
Starts this week, actually.
Oh,
Alpha kicks off this week.
Okay.
Connor.
I should be able to catch up to that.
Eternals, one shot, about Thanos.
That looks interesting.
Some more Annihilation, Last Annihilation.
Kazaa.
Kazaa.
Back from the dead.
Kazaa.
When did they kill him? I don't remember.
Yeah, I have
him
no
being
idea.
dead. Must have been
I heard this has stuff to do with like Mortal Hulk stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, wasn't it with the Coty in Empire that he got?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's forgettable.
They're very forgettable. 'Cause I just need to be reminded by that, and I only just read it. I think Venom is going to come up in this soon.
Oh.
Avengers Tech on
Yeah.
Avengers.
I think like issue 4 of that. and-
Can't wait to see what he looks like.
Yeah. I
What,
still-
so Venom's going to be like teched up or something?
Well, it's a different. Yeah, I'll
different,
try and
yeah.
find the post that
Okay.
I saw. It's interesting. Panther.
Panther.
Interesting.
I hope that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Troll Magneto.
Yes, Fallout of
X Factor 10?
X Factor. Yes.
This I can't wait for. Defenders.
Yeah.
Me too.
Very, very excited for that. Just to get some.
So the first one should be out next month, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, it should
That's
be.
number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think
Oh yeah. Just
the
remind
most excited I got was this McNiven cover of Moon Knight number 3.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that was McNiven. Like I couldn't have guessed that.
It's a very nice
There's,
cover.
there's a bit of Jason Keith in there as well. There's a bit of I don't know, just the look of it.
Sam
Very
Keith?
Maxi. Sorry, Sam Keith. Sorry, not Jason Keith. Sam Keith.
So scratchy, right?
Yeah.
Some good rain.
Yeah. Good rain.
That first issue with the rain, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I'm hanging for that Moon Knight book, to be honest.
Yeah. Same.
It's been too long without one. Because the last couple have been great.
Yeah, X-Men 3, Duggan. And then all the other X-Men's
normal
around it. Too much X-Men.
Anything else in the other companies, Dylan? You had a look at this today, I assume?
Yeah, I had a quick
All
flick.
those customers you had to knock away on the phone from?
Image had a title called Primordial. We just hung up a poster for that somewhere, I think. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I believe it's kind of
Oh,
about the space race, and you know how the US and other countries sent some
Animals?
some
Dogs?
apes into space.
Yeah, I've seen
Those-
Planet of the Apes.
Those apes are still
Earth all
alive.
along.
Those apes are still alive, and they're coming
Come
back.
back?
No,
Yeah.
Wasn't
they'll
that
make a monkey out of me.
the Fantastic Four villains?
Yes, pretty much. Space Ghost, the Red Ghost.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, Red Ghost controls
He's
apes.
got his 3 ghosts, so three monkeys.
Oh,
They got gamma radiated and had superpowers.
oh wow.
Yeah, Jeff Lemire and Sorrentino,
Sorrentino.
whatever. I don't know how to say the word. them together always do
Yeah.
pretty nice stuff, so I might have to have a look at that.
Definitely. Silver Coin Trade. Terra.
Ultra
Mega.
Mega Trade.
Mega Trade.
Stray Dogs just picked up for TV.
Oh yeah, that is kind of like a slasher, but with dogs.
Oh,
Yeah,
but the dogs die.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not reading it.
Then yes.
At the end, the first couple issues not right. It gets
Not really. It's kind of alluded to,
Yeah.
but
What if it's the dogs?
Because he kills the
Kill
people and then takes their dogs.
yeah.
Ah.
Like,
But
right?
then-
So the security comes to your house, kills you.
Oh.
Takes
And
your
then the
takes your
dogs
puppy.
take revenge.
Yeah, I don't think so.
For what purpose?
Kind
though?
of.
Well, I think maybe to mount him on his wall. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I looked through the last issue. I'm like, oh god, this is.
I just thought it was a cool thing until
Yeah.
later in the just
Like, that
talking
got
to
picked up.
Blake's like it just gets darker and darker every time.
And it's just even worse because the art is just so cutesy and
Yeah, it's
fluffy
Disney.
and
It's
yeah.
got a
Oh,
Disney art.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't read
Yeah.
this. No,
And like-
I can't.
An animated show? Or
You
like
like-
real-
Yeah, like Lady and the Tramp Man.
You like?
Oh, they're
Bambi?
doing
You'll love
that
this.
as animated show.
Oh no, I'm not sure what the show is actually. No.
Because yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Is the
sorry.
show going to be animated or is it live action with CG?
Follow me. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, probably animated.
You would think so.
Maze book.
Yeah, that was
Again?
interesting.
Both of them again though?
What's
Yeah.
that about? Sorrentino. Huh?
They got 2 books.
So what's Maze book about? What's it say?
Lonely building inspector, grieving the loss of his puzzle-loving daughter, receives a mysterious phone call one night from a girl claiming it's her and she's trapped in the middle of a labyrinth. Convinced that it's his child, contacting him from the beyond the world, uses an unfinished maze from one of her journals and a map of the city to trace the intricate path through a different plane of reality. That looks really cool.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
And an intense adventure to bring his daughter home. Yeah, okay.
I love a good labyrinth
I'm
book.
very intrigued.
It looks like Sorrentino just did the cover B. Lemire is doing the art.
Oh,
sweet,
yes,
sweet,
yes.
sweet, sweet.
Yes, yeah, that's Lemire doing
Yeah.
his watercolour weirdness.
I like a good maze book.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued in that too. What's that? That's Dark Horse.
Imagine if it was like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, not much.
It's sort of hard to do with comic books.
It's been done.
Oh, He-Man.
Yeah.
Check out that Walt Simonson cover.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is over. You know, someone else has gone over it, but
Yeah.
you can still see it.
Still
Yeah.
good.
Some Hellboy.
That's unusual for Dark Horse. So you can keep it on the float sometimes, I think. I lost all the licenses the last 5 years.
What else, Dylan?
Somewhere in the Dark Horse stuff, it's got some Halo reprints from the Marvel days.
Oh yeah.
So around 2007-ish.
How come your number's not on there?
Oh, it's going to be.
That's a pretty good writers
Yeah,
on that.
Bendis.
Holy moly. Fred Van Leyen, Peter David.
Bendis and
What
Malik.
happened to Van Land?
Yeah.
Peter David wrote a novel as well, one of the Halo novels.
There's a division there too. That's cool.
That last Ronin design book does look cool too.
Very nice.
Also, there was a
Is there a trade out for that yet? Or?
The book's not finished.
book's not finished. Only 4 just came out.
Yet. 3 just.
Oh,
came
3,
out.
sorry, just came out. Where's the other one?
Comes
Yeah,
out
this
every friggin' 6
Turtles IDW collection looks really cool too.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool. Is that all from the beginning, the IDW stuff?
Collects the first 12 issues of IDW's
Oh,
Turtles.
wow.
Ongoing.
Oh, in the soft cover's cool.
Oh,
You know,
excellent.
they've been doing hardcovers.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, they just did like number 12. What do you mean number 1? Oh, I might buy them. Nah.
You're aware now. You're self-aware.
Yeah. Nah, 'cause I read the. Yeah, I don't know.
Any standouts from this DC now they've finally got a print? We better talk about it. No.
I
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The big thing in it is the Batman crossover.
Fear State.
Yeah, Fear State.
And they didn't actually have much new in there, right? I had a
No.
quick look at it. I took one home and I gave it a look this morning. How cheap are they though?
What do you mean?
So you get like these are all the stuff they're pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like
then
Marvel do the same thing. You know, you got full pages and then a couple of things on a page.
And then
They
these.
got like 6 things.
Yes.
You can't read anything.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh, what about this? Deathstroke Inc. Deathstroke is a good guy now, 100%, teaming up with Black Canary.
Ugh.
I knew you'd love that.
Oh.
I love Deathstroke, but what's with the push of making him a good
I
guy?
like Deathstroke because he's a bad guy.
Everyone loves villains so much that they have to make them heroes.
It's a good old
But
Marvel
that's what not
you
people
know.
like about him.
Marvel technique.
Yeah, I know. I've been complaining about this since the 90s, and they did it with Sabretooth, Venom. It's all Venom's fault. That actually works.
Harley Quinn.
Because he's Lethal Protector.
Yes. But yeah, they ruined it for everybody. Only cool bad guy, they want to make a good guy now. Rubbish. Yeah, they didn't have much. King Shark.
Yeah.
King Shark. King Shark is a shark.
Oh, Harley Quinn animated series comic book based
Yes.
on her current animated
So
series.
that's going to be quite
Full on.
full on, I
Yes.
imagine, then. Especially with what I'm hearing is coming for the next series of that. Her and some Poison Ivory.
Oh yeah, it's
And
already gone.
Superman 78. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, after the
Yes.
Venditti's writing that. He did some really good stuff for Hal Jordan
yeah.
and the Green Lantern Corps in Rebirth.
I'm looking forward to both those, the Batman 89 and the Superman 78.
Who's writing 89?
Oh, someone cool. I'm pretty sure someone cool.
It's in there
is
somewhere.
it?
Yeah. Is this in alphabetical order?
Not particularly. I think it sort of is, but weirdly.
It isn't. It is. I thought
It
it was.
is.
So it's S, and then it goes like
No, 'cause
W.
it's, T's.
Oh.
Oh, because it's the Batman.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. So is it under B for
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
76 or? I just saw
no.
76.
Yeah, that was Superman.
Uh,
So, you know, Superman Donna movie.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sam Ham.
I know who that is.
Me neither.
Oh,
So it
Sammy
isn't
Ham-
someone
Oh,
cool.
it's Sammy Hammy. We're on DC. I watched
Could still be cool.
that Justice League Dark Apocalypse War that's
Yeah.
on Netflix. Worth watching.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It
watched
felt,
it, yeah.
I thought it was alright.
it felt back to like the Flashpoint style of animation and everything like that, which was cool.
It's very brutal.
It's very brutal.
But at times I felt like it was just a bit. It was trying to be too hard.
Sure.
But that was what they used to kind of reboot everything.
Did you ever watch the Sweet Tooth?
Not yet. Oh well,
Somebody watched Sweet Tooth.
I will get there.
What about you? You watched it? Did it?
No, I didn't.
Terrible.
I barely watch anything, man.
Me neither, but I watched Sweet Tooth.
What else we got? Anything else?
Oh, nothing else really
Doesn't
caught my
matter.
eye. Honorable mention: Turbo Kid, this fantastic indie movie that I watched a couple years back. I came out a while ago, and it's basically just a love letter to 80s movies, Paul Verhoeven style kind of stuff. I think Michael Ironside was in it as a bad guy. There was a comic book coming
I don't
out,
think he plays anything but bad guys.
right?
Much.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
You know he's killed some people.
Yeah, for the glory of the weird fascist society they live in.
It's true.
That's snazzy dresses there.
Speaking of watching things, I watched Godzilla Single Point on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 13 episodes, set in 2030. It's like Godzilla hasn't. There's been no kaiju. It's like,
Oh, he's
as in they've never appeared.
Yeah,
it's
he's first
yeah,
time they've
not
seen
first,
something?
but
sure.
you know, it's his first appearance generally. It's not like, you know,
Yep.
he's been around before
Yep,
and
yep,
stuff
yep.
and disappeared. It's very good. There's a lot of, well, it's very time traveling.
time traveling.
No one goes in time, backwards in time, but it's very science and theoretical thought. It's very
Oh, okay.
So I gotta pay attention.
yeah, maybe.
No, it's cool. It just means I'll pick it to watch when I'm ready to pay attention.
Yeah, so there's a lot of because it's set in the future 2030, so it's theoretical pseudoscience-y,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Science, fake
Yeah.
material and super maths and you know all that. But it's not super technical, but there is sort of time travel stuff involved,
Oh,
but theoretical, not stuff like that.
interesting.
And the kaijus are sort of the background. So it's really good.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
We'll check it out.
Indeed. What else next on the list? Can you tell us if you see anything
There's
good?
not much else in here.
Nah, I had a quick look earlier.
Trailer number 2 for Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Wowzers.
Oh,
Ooh.
mate, get on board.
We got some story context.
Yes,
About magic?
Yes, Eternia is just falling apart,
yes,
right?
yes.
And yeah, people complaining about Tila being, you know, front and center. But with this, you know, like she's
should
important
be.
because she's the sorceress's
Yes.
daughter. Of course, she's going to be important if they're trying to fix magic.
100%.
I thought the more the uproar was about how Butch. They're
It was also that,
Yes.
but like she's why can't
She's a warrior.
Kinda
Yeah.
has to. don't
yeah
you?
like why can't she look like she can fight people?
Tina always had the hair up and stuff. I always thought,
Yeah.
like, it's not a departure.
People
No.
are stupid.
And she's always been,
That's definitely part of
fairly,
it.
you know, fairly built too. She's not.
I mean, if you're going to be a
dainty.
warrior and swing axes around, you're going to build some muscle.
See, but when you don't actually going to get to interact with any actual females, it's easy to complain on the internet about them ruining fictional females because you ain't getting nothing anyway.
It's the same thing. With
Makes you feel big.
It's the
They
same
get to
thing.
take measure out too.
Dear person I'm never going to meet.
Yeah.
But it looks very cool.
Ah,
It does!
And at the end, when he, you know, Hangman's like, oh,
Yeah.
did you scream out, Hangman? Yes, I did.
His delivery of that line has just kind of floored me.
Yes.
And you got like them teaming up together with like
Yes,
Beastman
yes,
and
yes,
Teenage
yes. Yeah,
And
the
then-
masters and the evil guys.
And then
on
you
the
see
same page.
Stinkor and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so...
Cringer talking like,
Yeah,
we've
what?
got to be together
Yeah,
and bring
that
it.
was cool.
Doesn't matter.
Who's that? Robot dude? What's his name?
Roboto.
Roboto, yeah. He was
Robot dude.
I don't know He-Man, man. He-Man wasn't really my thing as a kid.
The man
What?
at arms, like, you know, he
Yeah,
comes in, you know,
he's
man
looking
at
really
arms.
badass.
Oh,
Was Roboto from the New Adventures?
no, Roboto's
Space one?
classic.
Okay. You know, but
Yeah, all the cogs inside of
Yeah.
his toy.
right. But yeah, it's like what, Triclops.
Yeah, man, I'm
It looks so
trying to be
cool.
not get too excited, but
Are you
It's so fresh.
are you gonna binge it, or you can try one episode at a time?
oh,
I think they'll release it not as a binge.
No, they're gonna binge. It's
It's
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix,
They
it'll
always
definitely
stop
be binge.
No, always.
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 If it's something
Oh,
they've
yeah.
made, it's a
Amazon
binge.
did the not binge one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I won't binge it all because I think that's a waste to not.
So
have
how many
TV to be
episodes
watched.
they're doing?
No, you just watch.
But if,
I'll
it,
probably do 2.
but if it's made for Netflix, it's probably been meant to
Yes,
be
yes.
binged. You know.
Nah, but even then, I still don't think that's how that's
I
not
know,
how
I know,
it's
I
supposed
know.
to be consumed. I know it's the modern way things are watched, but I don't think that's how television should be consumed.
10 episodes.
You don't,
10.
See, 2 a day maybe. Like, and it might be. I ain't gonna wait a week. Let's face it. If it's good,
We'll
and
just-
like that'll be more because I don't want people spoiling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just watch 10 every day for a week.
What? That's how good it is. And it's only so. I'll be worn out after a couple episodes.
Just fall asleep.
Ah,
The,
right.
the one thing I'm not too sold on is who they've got voicing Tila. I don't think she's very good.
Who is it?
I think it's Buffy. Is it Buffy?
Yeah, it's Buffy.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not worrying. Like The problem is, was it the Lena Headey chick?
Yeah.
Her as sorceress.
She's perfect.
She would have been a cooler Tila.
Yeah, because it's just I don't feel anything from her. Voice acting. Where's the voice acting?
Yeah.
If you didn't know it was her, though, would your opinion change?
No, because I didn't know it was her,
Okay.
and I was like, dude, whoever's voicing her sucks.
Yeah, but you've only seen like 2 seconds worth of stuff
Yeah, but
out
it
of
doesn't-
10 episodes.
Yes.
So maybe it just... Sometimes people need a little bit of time to get, fit into their character. Anyway, it looks awesome.
You're right.
It's a bit flat.
Yes. And that's the problem when you as much as it's a great cast, you look at it and you're like, the famous people, they just read the lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, Mark Hamill's making an effort.
Yeah, I would rather an unknown voice actor
Proper voice
than
actors.
somebody with a bit of name, because I don't need a name. He-Man is the name, man. That's what got me all excited.
Yeah, well.
I can do the voice. Come on.
But not always.
Okay.
Yeah, not always the stars just read it, because you still get some good stars that putting in.
Lena Headey, I'm really.
She was very good. Yes.
I thought she was really
Like
good.
Bradley Cooper did a great job as Rocket. He's not reading lines. He's
That's a
actually...
movie too, though.
He's acting in makeup as well, I think.
No, it was
his brother.
James Gunn's brother.
Speaking of James Gunn, Suicide Squad trailer, second one
Yes.
or third one.
Hey, that was like a week ago.
I know we haven't done 2.
Yeah.
We haven't done 2.
Yeah, and people are getting upset because Bloodsport put
Ah,
Superman in the hospital, despite that it actually
The
happened.
point.
You
Yeah.
see James Gunn tweeted
Yes.
the
Yes.
the page.
Yeah.
So good.
Like,
That's why people are dumb.
yes.
He shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. It's because they don't like Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill Superman.
I mean-
what do you mean?
Kryptonite exists. It will put
Yes.
Superman in the hospital.
Yeah, like
If anything, is to get Superman off the board, so it makes sense. Why is Superman not just say
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
That's his point.
that's one of the best parts of the Justice League Dark. What he does
Yeah.
to Superman. It is so damn cool.
and like
Yeah, but that's magic. Because magic's his other weakness as well.
Don't say that, people will know.
no,
No,
it's
no,
yeah.
it's
Oh,
what?
it's not?
An
No.
Apocalypse War, it's something.
It's
Okay,
something
alright,
else.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's like a projectile that goes inside his body and they can't just pull it out, like
Cool as that is.
The trailer looks excellent. I'm really pumped for that movie.
yeah,
It just looks so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what Suicide Squad should be in the first time, instead of that just
Oh.
whatever
Garbage.
that was.
garbage.
Terrible music video.
Oh,
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. We could do Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
and they did nothing. The guy that cut the trailer together, he could have done Guardians of the Galaxy. David Ayer, or whatever his name is, maybe not.
And then they got the actual
Yeah,
Guardians
yeah,
of the Galaxy guy.
That's what you do, isn't
It's
it?
hilarious.
Because Disney did a knee-jerk reaction and... Anyway.
Okay, and then we got the Shang-Chi trailer. The full
That movie
trailer
is going to
for that.
look... That movie's going to
When
be
was that?
excellent.
Was that like a
Did
couple
that-
weeks?
That was
Yeah.
a week ago or something.
That
Yeah,
was
I
like the
think
biggest
that's
thing that no one expected to get.
Yes!
Seriously, like that was random as
Abomination?
Yes!
Abomination fighting Wong.
Yes! Like, yeah. What?
Yes!
Bring it on.
And because you're like,
Give me some black
how?
market
Why?
fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Especially Abomination, because like
Is it-
no one talks of the Ed Norton Hulk.
Yeah.
Even though I prefer Ed Norton Hulk to Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Yes,
Yes.
But
that movie is great.
such a good movie.
But is it Tim Roth Abomination?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Or
Well,
they
because he's
reckon,
going to be in
awesome.
She-Hulk.
Awesome.
they reckon it looks, but they've changed the look a little to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it.
He's got the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I seen the internet complaining, well, not complaining, but is it really the real Abomination because he looks different? I mean, they changed War Machine. They don't really care, man.
Yeah.
Plus,
You know what I mean?
with Abomination, he's got the gamma. He can evolve. He's
He
the
does
shape.
in the movie a
Yes.
little, right?
And
it's-
Feig said it was him. So,
Of course it was.
People are
That
dumb.
was 10 years ago. They
People
don't
are dumb.
care.
Like their kind of their mission statement changed. It's like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They didn't have the web shooters because they thought the audience would think
Yeah.
that was silly. Maybe they thought Abomination having fins on his head would be silly.
Yeah,
but these
exactly.
days, people want
True to
more
the
like the
story.
comic.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's hardly the weirdest thing the MCU's given you.
Yes.
It's like, I'm talking raccoon in a tree.
Yes.
If that flies, Jesus, anything's on the table.
Finn's on a
A
mutated.
talking tree that made people cry in the first movie
Yes.
at the end.
By saying 3 words.
Yes.
Hey, it's the delivery.
I love. I think I told you guys in chat. I love that the rings aren't finger rings.
Yes.
Because as much as I've always liked things to be comic accurate, it's just meh.
Yeah.
Meh. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is just so much more visual.
And the way it's being interacted in the trailer
Yes.
and they're fighting, it
Yes.
looks
You
The
can't-
world that kind of
yeah.
flew into it.
You don't want to get them confused with
Yeah.
Infinity Stones.
Yeah, and it's just. How do you take off 10 of them?
Plus it's a
You take
martial
one
arts.
off him.
Plus it's a martial arts movie, and the metal rings as a martial arts weapon is a thing.
100%. No, I thought that was whoever came up with that concept, genius. Genius.
And it's much more dynamic when they're fighting over
Yeah.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't take my jewelry.
Yeah, and you get one off and you got 9 to go. What do you do, right?
Boring
He's un-
fight scene.
Yes.
He's unconscious. I can't take him off. What you gotta do is you gotta get a piece of string, wrap it around, and then slide it over.
yeah. And even the element of each ring having a different power, I think that's probably more confusing and more to do than you need. Because like you said, it's more like the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Like just the bracelets of power. That's all I need.
And that's what they've done in the. I just remember seeing the Shang-Chi toys, and you got the 10-ring blaster. That actually, it's a ring thing that actually shoots little rings. So yeah, it's cool.
I think it's very, very good.
It looks very nice. And speaking of toys, Lego once again have spoiled something.
Nah.
Not necessarily.
In this movie?
You know,
Not in this
They
movie.
must be giving them so
Huge.
much money.
Because, Marvel are so hardcore on the spoilers.
And they're still
And they just let Lego do it every time.
Every time.
Every time.
And big movies too.
That must be a monster deal.
So spoilers if you haven't seen it, but for the new Spider-Man movie, there's a Lego set that's in the Sanctum Sanctorium. With and in a different Spider-Man costume.
Black and gold.
Yeah.
Everyone,
So-
I should have seen the Venom, the symbiote pages. I'm like, oh look, he's in a black suit. It's like, and like all the comments underneath, they're like, bit of gold in that suit there, buddy. Calm down, man. And it even says in the top right corner, inspired by Homecoming. It's like, it's like, yes, there is going to be a new suit. Yes, Doctor Strange is there in it. It ain't a symbiote, guys. Just relax.
So yeah, right after that Lego leak thing, came the Marvel Legends kind of official announcement with that new half Iron Spider suit and the black and gold suit or whatever.
And it looks excellent, but yeah, it's not a symbiote, guys.
Has there been Lego sets before that have been just a little bit off? They're not
Nah, they've been pretty
No, they've
spot
nailed
on.
every time. It was
just
Oh,
the main,
hold on. Like not quite right. Yeah,
not quite right.
Ant-Man.
It's like
Ant-Man. For the first Ant-Man movie, they did a set. It was really cool, actually. You had you built up a Lego brick, but it was big, so it made the minifigures look even smaller.
Right.
That was cool. It had Hank Pym in an Ant-Man suit.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw that. I'm like, oh, cool. Hank Pym's gonna do some stuff.
yeah.
And
So it could be
but
a
see,
bit
stuff
of
like
a
that, I think, is also giving people a minifigure.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Thank
But
you.
he was in the
And he-
flashback.
yeah,
he wasn't
that's
in,
right.
in a suit.
but it was a different suit, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah. But nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The big things that they spoil.
Yeah.
They get it. They know what they know. And I get why. But man, every time. Every time.
Well, that Giant Man one was massive.
I couldn't believe that, man. That
still a
ruined-
shame.
Yeah.
That would have been the best moment ever,
Yes.
right? You would have gone, oh.
Yeah.
So,
that
but
would've
if they
been,
didn't
Captain
spoil it,
America picking up the hammer level, like,
Yes.
holy
so
shit.
but if they didn't
yeah.
spoil it, the trailers would have spoiled it. Because sometimes trailers can't help themselves.
Yeah,
and whoever
yeah,
cut the
that's true.
trailers.
Oh, yeah, it's let's show all the best bits of the movie. And then,
Yeah.
So
What's next? Dylan?
okay, onward. Related to
Upward.
the MCU, let's go to Loki.
Oh, yeah?
So episodes 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
So
Episode.
4.
Episode.
let's just skip 3. We'll go to 4.
Episode 3
Oh, no, 3 we did get a couple of things.
was nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't really like
Find
3.
out the variants, like the people working in the TVA weren't created by the TVA, they were actual people.
Yep,
That was
the
probably the biggest
variants have been mind wiped essentially.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't know what a fish is.
Yeah,
Exactly, I was going to say that.
There you go.
There had to be a reason that they
And
didn't know.
the whole episode, I was going like, who's tricking who? Who's tricking who?
Yeah.
And then it was nobody.
No,
It was just straightforward. Like, that annoyed
Loki
me.
loves himself.
And Loki, well, that's 100% on brand.
I like that.
100% on brand.
I like it and I don't like it. Because I love that Loki would love himself and be like, oh yeah, I want to hit that. But in this, it's because he felt sorry for her and stuff. That's not Loki.
That's not a Loki
He
reason.
doesn't care. If anything, he'd be like, yeah, no, she's cool. Yeah, damn, she's hot. Yeah, it's fine. Get in there. But, I just feel bad for... rubbish. Well, I swear to God, episode 3, I think I texted you. This show is garbage. Garbage! And even most of episode 4, I'm like, this was the best episode yet, but still, this show's not very good. And then, it got more interesting.
Yes.
And then the end, pop.
Yep.
Let's go.
So, episode 4, with the timekeepers, do you... Because I've seen people online and they're saying, like, it's her, Rona Renslayer, or whatever her name is.
Oh, yeah.
She's the main villain who's in charge. I'm like, that kind of doesn't seem right.
No, I don't think
Because
so.
she's the one who
main
brought
henchman.
in... Yeah, because it's Kang.
It's Kang.
It's Kang.
It's got to be Kang.
But we've been burnt before on, like, we thought it was Mephisto and there was no mention of Mephisto.
I
'Cause
don't
it's
think Kang.
You don't
It
think...
has to be Kang because,
What do you reckon?
if it's variant, then it goes out of his favored time stream. So this time stream leads directly to Kang's
I just think
end
it'll be a
goal.
Loki.
Another Loki.
Yes.
That is Marvel's formula.
And it'll be Hiddleston.
Another...
Could be, yeah,
Right.
could be.
I don't think it'll be... like the other spoilers, I know it won't be someone else. It'll be just Hiddleston, I think. And maybe a more... Obviously not classic Loki,
Yeah.
but a more comic-y sort of... Like the...
Richard Grant one.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, yeah, not exactly like that, but more...
Gee.
like the Blood Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah? More like painted like the Ribic sort of
Yeah,
Ribic
yeah,
Loki.
yeah.
Yeah, not in the
Yeah.
unitard.
We are wishing it's Kang, but yeah, it's more
Yeah.
likely.
I just think, because Kang, why that could have been a red herring. They've announced Kang as the villain and casted in Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have to be.
They might tease him at the end of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
maybe
I
They'll,
just a
they'll just
tease.
show, like, something. They won't show him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like,
no, I
maybe,
just think it's going to be
behind,
Loki.
maybe from behind.
Especially
or that's
now
like a
that there's
mention.
more Lokis. I think definitely the bad guy will be Loki.
It's Marvel's formula.
Yeah.
Do you think Mobius has seen his own timeline?
No, because he doesn't know he doesn't know he's a variant.
Yeah.
I'd just like to know where he's going now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He's been wiped.
he's
No, but Loki got
Yeah.
wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Ended up at the same place as
like
Loki.
he's
going
taken
somewhere.
he's taken Loki out. He's clearly said the words to make him get purged. So I think there is a greater plan for Mobius, or he's thought about it beforehand.
Can I say one of my problems with the show is this time variant bullshit? Because they're not time variants. They're multiverse, which I don't like either. But, how does a time make Loki look... a time branch does not make Loki a little girl.
Yeah.
And how does that little girl have really dark hair and now she's blonde? What? That's terrible casting. Terrible casting. If it was the other way around, she had blonde hair and she gets darker, cool, because that's natural.
The Roxxon
But she doesn't
supermarket might have hair
Nah.
dye.
Well, see, because I can't believe that she's blonded her hair because she's on the run hiding in Armageddon. What, she goes and gets her hair did? Come on, rubbish! Just pick a blonde girl, you idiots. But they're not time variants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A time branch does not change his gender or turn
Yeah,
one into a
it's-
crocodile.
it's,
How-
it's
yeah,
multiverse.
They're multiverse.
Yeah.
How does her playing of a train or whatever,
A train.
she's just there?
Is that
just
what a
playing of
Viking longboat is? Is a train?
To the Vikings, yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But yeah, how's her playing with a toy become?
Well, that's the point. She's like,
It's before she turned. Like,
Yes, snipping it off before.
It's like the old kill Hitler as a baby.
Yeah, but the variation has already started. It's not like
Yes.
yeah, but then she asked her what happened. Why did I do it? And she's like, I don't remember or what.
That's one of the reasons why I don't think it'd be Kang because
Yeah.
it's not time.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's time.
But-
It's not times. It's multiverses.
Yeah.
But but that post credit scene
Oh,
with Richard E. Grant in OG Loki comic book
it's
costume,
So good.
fantastic.
Real Loki?
Yeah,
the kid Loki looks spot on
Yes.
as well.
there's that crocodile was funny,
Yeah.
and
the other one with the hammer.
I have no idea where he's
Yeah.
from.
I don't
but
think
it's-
he's
it's-
from
Nah,
No.
I think if
But-
anything, something super
Yeah,
taking the.
apparently he was in one of the early trailers, like a quick snippet of him. And is it a Mjolnir that he's holding?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's a. Was it Despo Loki? They did name him in something I read.
Boastful.
Boastful.
Yeah, it was like a German translation, I think, and the closest in English is boastful, I believe,
Right.
was the deal.
So there's 2 episodes left. It did pick up because episode 3 was.
Oh, I was
Ugh.
like, darn man.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, this is such a boring episode. You got 6 episodes. You got to pick up the pace, and because nothing happened really.
Yeah, well, one of the scenes will be them going back to the supermarket because you could see him with his crew and he's in the. Remember when like he
Yeah.
has like a little
Yeah.
a quick line or two with all like the other Lokis behind him.
oh yes.
Yeah. So one of the scenes will be that.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to go. It's going to be interesting, but
Very.
This is the weaker of the 3
Oh,
so
by
far.
far.
By
And
far.
no matter what happens in the next 2, still will be.
And I wasn't.
You can't beat Falcon.
I was gonna really just binge it, but because of the pile, I have to watch every episode. So, but yeah, like when it was all announced, this was the one I was least sort of interested in.
Sure.
yeah, you all were pretty much except me. I went back and actually Dana was just watching, going back. She actually listens. So hey, sweetie. And she said no one was keen on the Loki one except you. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's still the case.
Yeah.
I still like it, but yeah, it hasn't.
Like it
Done
picked up
exactly.
with the 4th episode, but
But just in total, like with what they've already given us this year, and again, we've probably been spoiled in that
Yes.
regard too. But yeah,
Because I think the One Division did the weirdness better,
Oh, yeah.
and Falcon Winter Soldier is just a better story and better acted and better everything. He's I'm so sick. He's terrible.
Oh, I
know
can't stand
people
him.
love him, but he is terrible as Loki.
I can't stand him now, man.
Oh, I know they'll probably get death threats over that, but he is terrible. He ain't a Loki's asshole.
I used to not mind him, and this made me hate him single-handedly.
Fandom.
He was good in the first Thor and the first Avengers, and been rubbish ever since. Just getting worse and worse. Just like everybody in this thing, Hulk, Thor, they just get worse.
fandom ruins everything. Fandom ruins everything.
It's all Robert Downey Jr.'s fault. They all want to be Downey.
Yes,
Don't want to be funny and
Yes.
that's why he's the worst character.
No, it's because the same as before. Like people love him so much
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they have to turn him face.
Yes, I
You know.
understand.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, so what do you think? So do you think that when it strays past the point of no return, that it leaks into another universe?
Well, I just
Would
think
that
the
be
whole
it?
thing's just like a lie.
Yeah, because how could,
The
like
time part's a lie, and the whole
Yeah.
branches thing's a lie.
the time branching is like something happens or something doesn't happen that, was meant to happen or wasn't meant
And
to
that-
happen. How does that change Loki into a girl?
Generally, argument that this is how it's generally a science sort of idea of multiverse.
Yeah.
One change and that makes a new universe. So that's still the same. But yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
not a time branch.
With like the
Yeah.
multiple
'Cause, well,
Earths.
the only place you can time is in
In utero, when
yes,
the baby is
yes, you
before
know,
it becomes male.
yeah, in the Frost Giant. Whoa. Switch that
Yeah,
one.
just
We're
deny-
blocking this one. He goes through.
Deny the Y chromosome.
Yeah.
TVA shows up in the womb. It's
Yes.
like,
Little Ant-Mans. There's the video of that, the little smiley girl.
What else is there? I know me and Jace watched it, but the Visions, Star Wars
Oh,
Visions.
Star Wars Vision, yeah, that was cool.
I watched it too. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
It's
what
good.
you sent to us.
Oh yeah, you watched
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah. So the Star Wars is doing like an anthology series, Star Wars stories by Anime Studios.
I think it'll be very good. Some of them look really nice. And each clearly look quite different styles of anime
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
Like
right.
Astro Boy looking one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
I think it'll be good. It's not really a trailer. It's a lot of talking.
Yeah, but you see some concept art
Yeah.
and some other stuff. So it looks
Like the twin one, that looks pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So,
One obviously goes dark.
so in September, I think, is when it's
Yeah,
coming out.
September.
So it's not far off.
Yeah, no, I'll watch that for
So
sure.
I
the
think-
one with the kid with the broom.
No, I don't think so.
Boom Kid. Star Wars story.
What's next, Danny?
I thought they did something similar to that for Halo, and honestly, it
Matrix
didn't really
as well,
work very well because
Oh, yeah,
just the setting, it was just very. It's like kind of grounded
Yeah.
military sci-fi, and it just went crazy anime
Two,
all over
Yeah.
the top. And
So like the Animatrix.
Well, that's what it all
Japanese do
animated
Star Wars a bit.
Yes.
And
Yeah, and Star Wars, I
the,
think.
yeah, the Batman one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Batman one, the DVD.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights
Yeah, I
or
watched that.
whatever.
Yeah.
I know, it's
I
like that.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was hit and miss.
Yeah, because they are like they're just gonna be.
Because
Yeah.
there's some things that would just work better in anime
sure,
style.
for sure.
Star Wars, I feel like, would be great. Okay, next up is the trailer for Neil Blomkamp's new movie, Demonic. We checked that out.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued,
It's a horror movie,
Yes.
like supernatural horror movie. It looks very good.
but with some sci-fi kind of sprinkles on it.
Well,
Sprinkles.
Blomkamp.
Yes.
That's what he does, right?
Yeah.
I know they're good. Looks weird. You know, the trailer gives you nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his first movie since Elysium,
Yeah.
Is it really?
isn't it?
Oh,
Because he
It
hasn't.
has to be.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
project failed, or
Yeah.
denied.
Because he wanted to make Alien. They didn't let him make
Yeah, and
Alien.
then
which-
RoboCop, and then freaking cheated on RoboCop, man. That would have been perfect.
Anyway, it looks good.
Yeah.
Check it out on YouTube. See the trailer. Comes out in August, so that's not too. I'm in America in August, so that's
Yeah.
not too far off. But I'm looking forward. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll spare 20 minutes.
Is that proper, isn't it?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, it's a proper movie.
Actual movie.
The proper
Sweet,
movie coming
sweet.
out in cinema.
But speaking of 20 minutes.
Yes, 20-minute movies. Film Flashback. I decided to choose Rakka by Oats Studios. That's Neil Blomkamp's kind of short film thingamajiggy project thing. And it was so good that everybody decided to watch all the other 20-minute ones.
Yeah, well, I got so excited. I'm like, I want to see more. I'm just very annoyed that I don't have a full movie of these.
Okay,
Because that was
so
the idea for all of them.
Yeah.
Sort of like
Like a
Like-
pitch?
extended
like-
trailer pitch thing.
I totally forgot to watch Zygote, was it?
Zygote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But I watched the other
best
two.
one.
It's probably
Yeah.
the best one.
So yeah, we have Rakka, Firebase, and Zygote. We'll
So-
start with Rakka.
Yeah, well, that's the one you
Yeah.
picked.
Yeah.
So Rakka is set in the future where an alien invasion has pretty much taken over
Oh,
the
yeah.
world, and there's humans are resistance fighters, and it looks like all of them look great. And I want this as a movie. Sigourney
Yeah.
Weaver's in it, so,
Yeah.
and that,
And he nails that that just real gritty grounded sci-fi kind of tone.
it's very District 9
Oh,
over-
very,
yeah.
very, very.
ish.
My favorite part about that one was you look at the alien technology and you have no idea what's going on. It's not, oh, that looks like a ship with engines.
Yeah.
That is like a mess,
Yeah.
right? And it's beyond
the
our
whole structure
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a black
Symbiote.
glob. But yeah, like.
And, as I'm reading King in Black, I'm like, okay, they just did that to the city.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you just look at it and you're like, it doesn't look like technology to you,
Yeah.
which is cool
Which
because
is a-
they're aliens.
Yes.
You're always used to seeing, oh, that's a gun, oh,
Yes,
that's
yes,
a structure, but it's a blob.
Yeah.
Everything's a blob.
And like the aliens have sensors that they can sort of pick stuff up, and they're
Yeah,
aliens
they're like
and-
telepathic.
Yeah.
And they look cool. It's a cool looking alien.
yeah, like
Very
lizard,
predatory.
very
looking.
lizardy, predator.
The pyro guy was cool.
Yeah, he just wants to burn everything.
And what's Amir gonna do, man? I want to know.
Oh, yeah, the test subject
Oh,
guy with
yeah,
all
the
that stuff sticking out of
Alien,
his
the
head.
aliens are
Yeah.
Yeah.
testing on humans.
Yeah.
What they don't know what.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, this
It
was
just-
like 5 years ago and we still haven't got a movie.
Yeah, I want that. I want all of them as movies.
Because I don't understand for the life of me that not one studio watches that and goes, yeah, there's money
Yeah.
there.
I think it maybe like it would cost too much for them to make
Probably, yeah.
because it's very.
The concept, like, that amount of CG and all that.
I know, but they make so much.
But the other
I
two,
know.
Don't know if studios are really interested in original ideas anymore. It's
Yes.
probably could
Yeah.
be one of the
Oh,
issues.
into their argument on that,
How original is the
his
idea?
last few movies, his movies don't make
Yeah.
the money they should.
such a shame,
Yes.
I mean,
right?
people are stupid.
all his movies have been great.
Excellent. But the only one that's made real good money was District 9 because it was made for $20.
Yes.
You know, Elysium and Chappie, they did okay, but the ratio for their profit would not. So that, you're right. They're like, well, why are we going to go something weird? But Sigourney Weaver, you put Sigourney Weaver on a trailer of an alien type of movie.
Yeah.
How is that not money? But she was going to do Alien 5 with him and they
Yes.
wouldn't do that.
I
So-
sent you like some of the art from his concept.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Oh, man.
He's just constantly like him getting handed something cool and then it just getting
Gets
Taken
caught,
away.
Yeah.
Gets blocked.
Because
Yeah.
his ideas are too weird for Hollywood.
Yes.
And
And he doesn't compromise.
yes, and which is good because
Yes. It is good, but
yeah, I mean, and Chappie was
We
his
ain't had a
last
movie
movie,
in
not
friggin' a
not
decade.
released. Yeah,
so I'd like a little bit of compromise if it meant I got movies from him, to be
Yes.
honest. Because hey, if it's
But
not
if
your money,
no one's gonna
You gotta
make
make the
let
deal.
him do some stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, like that would have cost a lot of money, but Firebase would not have cost that much money,
Nah.
which is one of the other ones, which is
Man, I love that one.
Vietnam
Firebase is good.
War.
Yeah.
River God. I
Yeah.
just like the
I lo-
words River God sounds so cool.
I love the intro to that the best. Yeah.
Now, I think out of the three, Firebase is my favorite. It's the one I want more the movie of.
I think so as well, man. Like I was tossing up so hard between that and Zygote.
And I would like it. Out of the three, Zygote would probably be the second one.
Zygote was my favorite of the three, but it's probably why that was my favorite short. It's
Yeah,
probably the one I want least as a film.
Yeah, I'd be happy to keep that one as a short because
Yeah.
it works so perfect the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But to make into a full film, yeah, I'd probably go
Yeah,
Firebase.
because Firebase you get like you get less of an understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fleshed out like Rakka enough to give you what you could
Yeah.
get, but with Firebase that could be anything.
And Zygote was a bit more tropey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
I've
The
seen
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing
Yeah.
with a really messed up body horror
Oh.
monster,
Oof.
like literal body horror.
That bit with the hands trying the different.
Yeah.
Oh, and like the
Did I?
freaking the rat brains just
Yes.
all cabled together to make
Yeah.
one bigger, smarter brain. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
They're all available to watch on YouTube. You can watch
All
them.
for free.
All
They-
for free.
yeah.
All you need is a spare just over an hour because
Yeah, there's,
they're
20
all
odd
like
minutes
20 odd
each,
minutes,
and
25 minutes,
there's
26
three of the
minutes.
longer ones, and there's like a whole bunch of other shorts that he's done in a couple
Cooking
of
with
minutes.
Bill. Cooking with Bill.
Cooking with Belle. It's the
That weird.
Daibatsu, whatever it's called.
Yes.
They're
I didn't
great.
watch that.
So
Yeah, I
I didn't
bizarre.
say that.
Charlotte Copley as God in those
Yeah, I haven't watched
God
them
ones.
yet. 'Cause
Those
I
are
man.
watched
great.
them.
It's great.
'Cause I was like, hey, there's a whole hour to go.
Yeah.
Just give me a sequel to District 9.
Oh.
Give me a Halo movie.
Was it supposed to be called like District 10 or something like that?
That's inventive.
Mm.
I don't know, Dave.
I've seen less inventive.
It was my Halo movie.
There was sarcasm there.
You're gonna show.
Oh yeah, getting a show. I don't know.
What?
I'm worried about it.
In the Halo Man show.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Halo Man.
hit him.
He's
Yeah.
not as cool as the Solo Man.
So,
Solo Man.
you gonna do a rating, or are you still
Oh, yeah.
trying to just
That's a
sidetrack
Gonna rate
the
all
boys?
three.
They're all like
Individual?
nines and tens. I guess we rate them in order of the ones you like the most. Out of the three.
It's still all quality.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, Zygote was probably my favourite. And part of that was I'd seen the first... part of it might have been I watched Firebase and Thingy Rakka when they were new.
Yeah.
And then they were coming out intermediately and I just forgot when the next one sort of dropped. So I already watched the others and this one was fresh. So this was like,
Yeah.
finger monster, whatever, you know. So that was probably, yeah, but they're all good.
They're all good.
Like, yeah, probably Zygote, probably Firebase, then Rakka. But at the same time, like Rakka is amazing. It's
There's like nothing between them. They're all,
these.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
it depends on personal taste, I reckon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because they are weird.
What about yourselves?
I like Firebase. I like Vietnam War movies.
Yeah.
And this got the weirdness in it
Yeah,
that I like.
Imagery of him walking through and he's a skeleton and then the
Yeah.
meat
Yes.
armor comes on.
And when he's crying and his face just
Yeah.
so cool.
Turns invisible, but the nerve strands still
And then
there.
you got Stuart from Letterkenny with his face burnt,
Oh,
telling the
and,
story how he gets transported
transported,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. And then Zygote and then Rakka. And that's not like no disrespect to Rakka. Rakka is
No, because you
excellent.
watch Rakka first and you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
And then you watch the next one and you're like,
This is good.
That was the problem. That's what happened. I watched Rakka first, and I went, "Oh, I'm going to watch these other two." Then I watched Firebase. I went, "Wow, that was awesome." Then I watched Zygote. I went, oh, "I think that's the best one." So yeah, I'm the same way. It's Zygote, then it's Firebase, then it's Rakka. But that's taken nothing away from Rakka because I watched that again today with Dana and showed her that. So and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think Rakka. Yeah, so Zygot, I'm happy because it was a short film and probably least to put into a major film. But yeah, Firebase and Rakka, I think have got. Rakka's probably got the most you could. It would be the most expensive,
Mm-hmm.
And the
but
most successful.
Oh, yeah.
could be the most successful. But yeah, Firebase would be your dark, like the one that I always talked about. I always like movies like. Back in the day, there'd be the big movie that would come out, and that person would go on like Jay Leno or David Letterman. I like the movies that Conan O'Brien people, he would, you know what I mean? So,
Mac and me.
so that would be the one that would be the cult classic.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Rakka's the one that would make money.
Yeah, but Firebase would be the cult.
That
Yeah.
would be talked about.
Yeah,
The
for
guy
sure.
from Firebase would be at a Comic Con for the next 30 years getting photos taken. So yeah, that's the way I saw him.
Because it would just be Apocalypse Now on even more drugs. You know
The
what I
Apocalypse
mean?
Now / Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dakota Fanning was really good in that Zygot as well.
I love the subplot of her just not even being an android.
Yeah.
Like an orphan off the side of the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Genius. But yeah, the shit I know.
So good.
Because I must say, he's like the army dude or whatever. He was good.
He was really good,
yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah.
And like cut his own eyes out, man.
And like you don't even really understand why. Like
Yeah, the lies.
he's just muttering. Yeah, he's like, oh, well, I need to get it out. I saw it. I had to... Okay.
Yeah. Because that's because it just this is the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sort of maybe because it's she's still trapped.
For sure, for sure.
It's just
And at Rakka at the start, I started watching. I'm like, who is that old lady? Is that? Nah, she's too old. That lady's really trying to look like Sigourney Weaver. and then she talks, and then there's another sound like, okay, Sigourney.
Her voice is so just instantly recognizable.
because that's the thing with Dakota Fanning. I'm like, I know her. Who's that? Oh, that is Dakota Fanning.
Because she looked fuller
Yes.
in the face.
Yeah.
And not saying
Was the last
she got
time I saw her, I think
Yeah.
it was Push. I haven't seen anything else, her and much else recently. And Push was years ago. Or was that the sister? It was one of the Fannings. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
underrated superhero movie Push.
The same thing with Stuart from Letterkenny as a dude. I'm like, I know him. Who is this guy? Oh, it's Stuart.
It happened to me a couple of nights ago. Watching Wrath of Man at the start. I'm like, is that guy that just got? Is that McMurray? Yeah, that's McMurray.
Really?
Yeah,
McMurray's
McMurray
in it.
from Letterkenny.
Ah,
Yeah.
Watch Letterkenny people.
Letterkenny is fantastic. Thank you,
The
Dave.
best show you're not
You're
watching.
welcome.
Thank you, Dave.
To a couple of guys.
Yeah, well, we're
Let's say
very
the
drunk.
The first
And
girl
for
was a
free, I
robot.
think you might be able to find it on a certain SBS app, streaming app.
Yes.
Yes.
Enjoy. So, Dave next.
Dave turn.
Idiocracy.
No documentaries,
I
Dave.
was
We're
gonna
doing
say, I didn't know we were
movies.
doing documentaries.
We're doing movies, Dave. No
I'm in a
documentaries.
documentary kind of mood right now.
Alright, Fuddruck as we go.
I'm excited to watch this again.
You got to upgrade.
Electrolytes.
Electrolyte.
For a
Upgrade.
double
Electrolytes.
dose of his
From the toilet.
movie watching.
That's his brother.
Luke
no.
Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
Yes, the good
Luke
one.
Wilson.
And Dax Shepard in the role he was born to play. Oh, he's so good in it.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews at his best.
Oh yeah.
Terry Crews just being Terry Crews.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much. And
President. Come on.
Maya
Justin
Rudolph.
Long
Oh,
as
yeah.
the doctor. Yeah, I know it's only a
Yeah.
small
Yes,
scene, but
yes.
that he just some lines in there you can't get away with these days. Holy moly!
Oh, Maya, everyone is great in the movie.
Oh, Maya Rudolph.
Yes.
Just a painter and shit.
Yeah. Great movie, great movie.
So good.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch that later.
Idiocracy is the movie of the week.
Not sure.
Yep.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Find it.
Find it, because it's not on any
Yeah,
streaming
it's hard-
service
it's
at the
hard.
moment. But
Um,
We've
I'm
all-
sure there's a DVD of it somewhere.
yeah, I got the DVD.
yeah,
there you
we've got
go.
the DVD.
I have it
Good
somewhere.
DVD.
Mm,
It's a good movie.
Bloody oath.
documentary.
Okay.
Well, after credit scene too.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, you need to. It just wraps it up beautifully.
Yeah. Cool. Is that the painting one?
No, it's after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, so I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
excited to
I'm
watch
not,
it.
I'm
again.
not, I'm not saying it because it's a
Yeah,
great
that's
one.
it.
Yeah, no. I'm sure I remember it
Yeah.
when I see it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't remember it off
Yeah.
the top of my head right now. Well,
Like, comment, subscribe.
call the shop if you want your comic books. We'll mail them out to you.
Absolutely.
Stay inside.
Hopefully next
Wear your
week we'll be
mask.
back open.
Get
See
rid of
what
the
happens.
spicy cough, please.
We'll apologise if the audio's a bit off,
We're
but
wearing masks
wear-
like you should
wear
be.
a mask.
we're doing our best we can.
Wear your masks. Stay inside.
Don't do drugs.
Some drugs.
Don't get busted doing drugs.
What if the drugs save your life, Dylan?